any further ado, we will jump into this. We were gonna do like a little bit of like a brief introductory before we jumped in on like how did you guys end up in the tavern and whatnot, but um, we're just gonna jump into it because you are all gathered out in front of the tavern, um, kind of just having like sort of having like a friendly discussion with each other. And as you're all standing out front, getting ready to enter, you, uh, excuse me, my heartburn is flaring up. So as you guys get ready to enter the tavern, you hear footsteps approaching, and this individual walks up, a woman carrying a staff, and she has an instrument on her back. Let's see here. All right, yeah. So this individual walks up and introduces herself, and she says, "Is the tavern open?" Calling out to your group.
Oh yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Of course it's open. Of course it's open. Why else would we be sitting here?
Shit, we just got here. We don't know.
We're just here for the ambiance.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm just here for the creepy shit. Look at this fog around us.
Excellent.
Thirsty.
Well, it's rather dark outside, and I've heard that this area is pretty dangerous. I'm actually surprised that the tavern's even open. That this area is the town is pretty much deserted. But if the tavern's open and it's safe, I guess we should head inside. My name is Kara, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah,
Well,
Kara? You said Kara?
Kara.
Carol?
Definitely.
What up, Kara?
Kara.
It's definitely bold of you to be wandering around alone. Clearly, groups are the way to go, but definitely bold of you to be wandering around alone here.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, due to my own personal baggage, I just prefer to travel alone. I can handle myself more or less, and yeah, I have a hard time trusting people. But uh, I mean, there's lights on inside, and you all say it's
Not by choice.
safe, so yeah, I'm gonna head on inside.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
I mean, let's go.
I'm thirsty.
All right, and you all begin to
Man, it's a little chilly out here.
file into the tavern. Oh, I didn't show you guys your characters. What?
Sidebar.
What's going on with this? Let me move this down. Perfect. As you walk into the tavern, you notice that there are a number of drinks set about. There are a few plates of food half eaten. The drinks are either fully finished or they appear to be uh, half drinking, half drunk, and they it doesn't really seem to be anybody around as you enter the tavern. As Kara mentioned when she walked up, the nearby town has been deserted for quite some time, and that kind of explains why she was a little bit shocked to see uh, that this tavern that's in such close proximity to the shutdown town is open at all. Um, so yeah, as you walk in, you guys look around and make yourselves at home.
So,
Also, real quick, I'll show off.
where the hell is everybody?
So we have
Yeah, that's
Kara here. We have Roy Rogers McFreely, the half orc fighter here.
yeah, thumbs up, baby.
Thick Dick, you
Thumbs
wanna,
up.
or not Thick Dick? Oh my gosh,
Cletus
Bojangles. You wanna,
It's Bojangles.
give yourself a little rotation there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were shaking that ass earlier.
We got
Whoa.
Cletus Bojangles here. We got Sir Clinks-a-Lot here.
Ultron.
We have Ultron at home here.
Ultron
And then we have Annie's
Oh,
Big
ton of
Feet.
them.
And we have Tavakas Costa, Dragonborn Wizard.
Nice.
Studying all I can about cool shit about dragons.
Hell
For no reason. in
yeah.
particular.
Well, all right. Kara walks over and she takes a seat at the bar.
I'm gonna look around
gonna
and
try to
just
get a
call out.
drink.
Well, there's no one here that we've seen. Like, where the hell is
Yeah.
everybody?
I'm trying to figure out how to get a drink, bro.
Just go behind the bar. I'm just gonna try and walk behind the bar and get a drink.
Grab me one while you're back
I
there,
would-
please.
Perfect.
I would be a little suspicious because some of the food you said was half-eaten, right? Like it's like as if everyone just got up and left for some reason. I wouldn't be too keen on this place. Something's not right.
Yeah, everything is here. Oh man, look at you. You can't even see over the fucking counter.
Oh
Fantastic.
god,
Get that boy step stool.
it's just like real life.
So you walk behind the counter,
I'm all right.
Miss Big Feet, and you find a couple tankards and you find some bottles that are some of them are half empty, but you find a couple that are like on the full end, and you go ahead and you start pouring a few drinks.
I just sort of lift them up onto the counter.
And where is everyone sitting? Like anywhere specific? We got tables.
I'm
We
sit-
got.
I'm sitting at the bar.
I'm chilling at the bar.
I'm like standing near it just because you guys are.
Oh yeah,
near
I'll
the
sit
area,
next
but I'm
to
not sitting down
Cletus
yet. I'm
Bojangles.
still a little. I'm still a little iffy. I'm just like, what happened, everyone? Like this is.
Are you standing on the
I
right
didn't,
side
like,
or
check
the
out
left side?
Food itself, like you said, there's. I guess the right side. I can't see the stream right now because it's still buffering for me.
Okay.
So I'm just
Oofer.
going on verbal. What you guys are telling me.
So the right side is like has like an opening where it kind of leads into towards the back to some other rooms, kind of like a wide hallway. The left side leads into like the supply room for like the bar and everything. And then there's also a staircase on the left side that leads up to the second floor.
Okay, I was thinking more like just standing right near the table that had like the half-eaten food you described earlier.
Yeah.
Because I want to look and go how. I don't know if it would be like an investigation or nature. If how old is the food? Like I can tell by looking at it, by just looking at it and just going like, how recent is this food eaten?
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll a. Let me see here. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay, it'd be a 1d20.
If you are in the character sheet, you should be able to like just click on the number on the in the character sheet and it should roll it.
On investigation, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
I rolled 4. Final result.
Yeah, but a +4 when you get a high roll, it'll be nasty.
If he gets a high roll.
He fits right in with our rolls. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect member
We're
to our
starting off
group.
great already.
Perfect.
Yep.
So you take a look at the food and you see it's like a half-eaten bowl of soup. It doesn't feel cold, but it doesn't feel warm. It feels relatively room temperature. You don't really see anything else that kind of sticks out. It's kind of just looks like someone was eating and they just kind of got up and like walked off, and no one ever picked the food up.
Yeah, so there's no way to really tell if it's been there for hours or even days because it's the tavern itself. It's pretty like it's not freezing in the tavern itself, right? It's pretty like homey. It's pretty like fine.
It's
The lanterns, the lights.
it's a little on the colder end, but not to the point where you guys are uncomfortable.
Like it's warmer than outside.
Kara seems to be
Okay.
looking like she's a little cold, but no one else.
Okay.
None of you feel relatively cold.
Okay, because now I was gonna say like if the soup itself is like lukewarm, then there's a possibility that maybe it's been there for like half an hour or an hour, but I don't know. It seems kind of fresh. I'm not too certain though. I don't know. It still doesn't seem right because still people it's just food that's left here. There's no footprints around here. There's no like sign of like a struggle. It just seems like people almost like just vanished and just left their food here. And also, Kara seems pretty just
I was just, yeah,
chill.
I was just about to say, somebody should go ask Kara what
A little
brings
too
her,
chill.
what brings her over here, or what brings her to
Just
this
bully
tavern.
her.
Just ask her.
About to get about to get that 5v1, yo. I'm telling you.
Put her here.
What's happening?
Dude,
Yeah.
it would only take us
I'll
2
be-
hours to beat her.
Yeah.
at the,
Be here all
at the
night.
rate,
Basically, with you guys, I won't be sitting. I'll just still be standing, looking around. Still, I'm a little uneasy.
Who wants to go talk to the lady?
Just a word of caution for Chris. Outside there's some puddles, so just be careful.
Oh yeah, please don't fall down in the water.
oh,
For the love
oh,
of God.
shucks. I'm thinking you guys
Those
worried
ones,
about me
get
getting
out.
rusty.
Am I
No.
still behind the counter? I
I'm worried
cannot
about
see
you not
myself.
getting out.
No, you are. I moved you. You're right here. So
Okay.
you four are over here. Kara's sitting a couple seats down.
I'm
Just
gonna go behind the bar and start pouring drinks.
I just went behind the bar. I
Yeah.
lifted all the tankards up onto
So
it.
I want to pour a shot.
Well,
Alright.
you know something, pour me a shot while you're at it.
Shot.
I could use
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Everybody.
Shot.
Also, I got a little uneasy
Hold on.
with Evan's character sitting super close to me.
Right?
Hell yeah, dude.
The gun I
Hold
followed.
on.
That doesn't look
Hold
suspicious at
on.
all.
Hold on. Yeah. Give me right up on that ass.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Did you just say you gonna drink some alcohol, Warforged boy? You're
Yeah.
wood and metal. What the fuck? Got the Futurama rule? Ah.
The Bender principle.
Exactly. It's the Bender principle. You heard him.
All right, so you go back and you pour some drinks and you start passing them around, even giving one to the robot.
Yeah. Good luck with that, bud. I think after we take these shots, we could probably look around a little bit and see what's going on, why there's nobody here.
I just want to
think
ask
it's
Kara
all
why
good.
she's here.
I was just,
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
well,
commiserate through some drinks. Wait until
Yeah.
she gets the first drink into her. And so, why are you here?
Okay. 1 second.
Everybody take a shot check. Oh,
Yeah, everyone take a shot check.
who's spilling? What role is that? Dexterity.
yeah.
Mm.
Stay to your strength.
No, it's
I was gonna say
dexterity.
sleight of hand, but
Okay, so you all take your drinks, you take your shots, and then Annie's big feet.
Oh,
You walk
speaking of that.
over and sit at the bar next to Kara. And what are you asking?
so I pick up my drink. I take a sip, real nonchalantly. I go,
Speaking of
"So you just out in a deserted town, looking for a tavern? You know what's the deal here? Why are you here?"
Kara glances over and then she looks back down, and she has a book in front of her, and as she's kind of turning through the pages, there's loose pages and like letters and stuff inside the book, and then she lets out a deep sigh, closes the book, stuffs it into her bag, and says, not that it's particularly anybody's business not to be rude, but I'm just running a delivery errand, and this seemed like the safest spot to stop since there were lights on inside, and everywhere else in the area, as far as I could see, has been abandoned. So I'm not quite sure what other options I really had, but yeah, I'm just delivering a message.
I'm still standing right near you guys, right? Again, I can't see the screen. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, you're good.
you're
So I'm
you're
just
off
wondering
like
if I can.
by a table a little bit away, but basically you're pretty close.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I can like walk over and just like with my like scaly talon, I just like tap on the messenger's shoulder and just be like, when you were at the other previous places, they were abandoned just like this, food left around and everything, not no sign of a struggle, all like this.
Yeah, the town just south of here was kind of kind of the same. It looked like there were some signs of struggle in a few of the buildings, but for the most part, just seemed to be deserted. But there were no lights or anything on anywhere, so this place already seems a little more lively than anywhere I've encountered over the course of the last few days in my travels.
Yeah, the soup on the table made it seem like it's only been there for like an hour, half hour, like just before we got here. I don't know. Something just rubs me the wrong way about this place.
I mean, I'm intrigued for sure. But let me.
I feel I'd have to be inclined to agree with you there. Something is a little odd. We haven't even been greeted by anybody yet.
We're behind the bar pouring our own shots.
Yep.
Yeah, you're basically
I-
stealing the
Oh, yeah.
the
I do-
establishment's liquor and all the places, and there's no one here to question us at all.
I appreciate
Don't
the
get me
free
wrong.
drinks because I feel we're gonna need it because liquid courage. I'm definitely going. We should look around, see what's up here. But let's get a. I'm gonna get a drink in first.
Well, we can try and go to the left or the right. Ooh.
Are the drinks
Let me go.
cold by any chance, or are they like lukewarm as well?
What, the
They're
drinks?
a little colder than room temp, but
So it sounds like they've been out for a while.
not much. Yeah.
Because if it's not cold enough, I have a cantrip that allows me to make liquids a little colder, shape water. So I can like literally do that thing they did in the movie where I can put my finger in your drink and make it cold if I want to. As a little
I think that
friendly
was chill
gesture.
touch, but
Oh yeah, chill touch I think was that one, but literally the shape water, I can freeze water if I wanted to. So just in case, if you guys wanted to, friendly gesture.
I don't know if I want your little claw in my drink.
Yeah, I don't know you like that, bro. I'm sorry. That's no for me, dog.
Well, I'm gonna down my drink and I'm gonna try and head into the storeroom just to see if maybe there's any other provisions, maybe some foods, anything I can scrounge up.
Kara picks her bag up and makes sure that everything is stuffed inside her bag. The book and the letters and like sealed envelope that she has and everything don't fall out. And she says, "Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna join you because I'm a little curious on why we haven't seen anybody yet." So she starts to walk over in the same direction with you.
We should send one more person.
I mean, you can go with them if you want.
Oh, you think I'm
I'll
gonna
go
be
with them.
murdered?
I don't know. But just in case some shit goes down, I beat shit up. I punch things in the face.
I
Okay.
appreciate the concern. I forgot which character you are.
I'm a fucking half orc fighter.
I need your
Roy.
name.
No, you don't need my name. I'm just a half orc fighter. No, it's Roy Rogers McFreely.
Okay.
Now around the neighborhood.
All right. So you guys start heading towards the. You're not cilantro. You hate cilantro. You guys start walking towards the storeroom and disappear around the corner into the back of the storeroom. And what's everybody else doing?
You guys want to go check out the other side?
Finish my drink.
All right, slam that
I'll
shit.
just-
Let's go.
All right.
Pour it into whatever cavity you've
It's more
got.
trying to explore.
Fine, fine, fine.
Oh shit, dog. We splitting up.
Oh no.
Oh, he's actually taking. Oh god. Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right.
The
So,
Let's go see what.
the two that are leaving now, I'll just go with them, I guess, because I don't want to be
Yeah.
by myself in the main lobby.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Let's go see what else we find.
So the other three went over to the storeroom. You guys start walking to the other side, and you see there's a door straight ahead, and then you look around the corner and down the hall. It's kind of hard to see because it's relatively dark, but it looks like there's another door with a light coming out from under it, and then it looks like there's another hallway at the end that goes left and right.
We should go check out that door with the light on.
Might as well. Let's go.
You guys make your way over to that
I'm
door. You guys in the storeroom.
Fine, I'll go first.
You're gonna have to wait because we got a split party right now, good sir. Oh my god, where's the camera? There we go. So you guys in the storeroom, you step back, and as you walk in to the left, you see a candle on a stand that is illuminated, like all the lights and stuff, all the candles and torches that are in this building are on, are lit. And you see there's like a barrel, a box, a sack, a bucket, a broom, a mop. There's a door to the left, and then to the right you see kind of the more expansive part of the storeroom where you just see various barrels, open chests that have dishes, and a couple more candles to help you see. But some of the barrels are open and some are closed. All seems to be pretty standard things that you would find in like a storeroom um,
Bar.
for a bar.
Oh, weird that
Hell
the
yeah.
candle's
You
still lit, huh?
It's
Yeah,
lit.
super weird. Do you want to go down there? Or you want to check this door out first?
Let's check the door.
Damn, kick it down.
All right. Kara really quickly, briefly walks around and kind of looks in the barrels and notices the same thing. It's just all pretty standard stuff. And then she sees you to approach the door, and she says, I guess we might as well try to see what's behind door number one. And as you guys prepare to enter, we will cut back over to the others.
That implies there's more doors. How do you know?
It's a fucking two-story building.
Gotta keep them on your toes,
Live.
dude. Gotta keep them on the toes. You never know.
All right.
Random lady in the
All right, so
forest.
again, I don't have the visuals working for me, so I'm with group number 2, right? The current group right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
you're
guys are
with,
standing outside the door that has
Michael
light coming
Chris.
underneath the door.
Okay.
So, what do you? Who's opening it? Who's going in?
Chris said he wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right. You open the door, and you cautiously look in, and as you step into this room, you notice that it appears to be a kitchen of sorts, and there appears to be a gentleman standing behind a counter preparing food, just trying to do general kitchen work, cleaning, and doing like food prep. Looks like he's trying to prep food for like a long, like food that'll last for like a long time. And he kind of looks over at you guys and he says, "Can I help you with anything?"
Yeah, where is everybody?
Most of the
there's
people
no
around here, they tend to.
bartender, There's no one to greet us.
You're like the only person here. What is going on?
Most everybody else here seems to have just up and left. Didn't want to stick around after what happened to the town, so
Oh,
Wait,
God.
what happened to the
Stand
town?
up.
not sure. Heard us here at the tavern. We heard lots of us here at the Stag Inn. We heard lots of screams, lots of uh, loud commotion, and then just sudden silence. And uh, those of us that decided to leave to go check it out haven't returned. And I've worked at this tavern my whole life, this inn, so I'm not about to leave now. And as he's talking to you, he's still working, and he's still kind of trying to keep himself busy, but he's keeping an eye on you guys because he's been in here cooking. So to him, you guys are like suspicious strangers.
Well, who is he making all this food for?
Ask him.
Okay, who are you making the food for?
Making the food for anyone that happens to stop by and needs a bite to eat. You're welcome to help yourself if you want. I got tables you can eat at in here, and I got food set out, and just trying to keep myself busy. Hopefully, search parties that headed out to the town will come back and want to do my part.
Wait, search parties in the town?
That went to the town.
Real quick, the two that I'm with, do any of you guys have a good wisdom score or no?
No. I don't.
Because I want to see with insight. I want to see if his intent is what he says it is, and he's just scared and frightened to move, but there's something more going on. He's trying to hide it with his
No,
insight.
unfortunately, with insight, I got nothing for you.
I got tiny bit. I got +1. Is it possible? Can I judge for insight? Roll for insight?
Yeah, you can. Is there anything specific you're trying to look for?
Well,
Or
he
just
said that he's just making food for whoever comes by, even though he just said they sent people out looking for people and they just disappeared, which should be very frightening. And instead of just being honest and just going like, yeah, I'm just making food for myself to survive, he's just going like, yeah, just for whoever's coming on by. And he's just looking at us the whole time. So I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking he's being paranoid and he's just trying to stay chill, right? That could be the honest intent. Or maybe there's something more going on. And he's like actually making food for others that are here that we don't know.
so you're trying to
About it.
see if there's like any odd behavior
There's
that
some deception going on.
could make him appear nefarious. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Mm-hmm. Would that be insight?
Yeah, we'll do insight.
16, baby.
Nice.
So
So it's 15 plus 1. It's
Yeah.
16.
Don't matter.
as the
16, dude, that's awesome.
as the questioning has been happening, you kind of walked around the table and you're trying to observe him as he's just going back and forth preparing food and stuff. You see he's sounding calm and composed, but like as he's chopping vegetables, you kind of see his hands are shaking a little bit, and he looks pretty pale, uh, almost like he had seen a ghost. And he looks like he's just very on guard right now, like almost
If it's okay
defensive.
with you, yeah, okay. So I'm going to talk to my two companions. If it's okay
What's
with
up?
you two, try and keep an eye on him or around. I know something. I've learned something in my travels that might help with this. It can help me detect magical presence. It takes me about a couple minutes to prepare, but if I have it done, I can peek around and look around. Something about this guy. Something about this place is not right. It's a detect magic is the spell, but it's a ritual spell. It takes about 10 minutes to prepare.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead and you
So if that's okay with the DM.
yeah, you go ahead and we'll say you step off kind of towards the corner of the room a little bit, like towards one of the tables.
Yeah,
And
a little bit off to the side. Yeah.
you start, you walk right in front of him, and you're just
You
Yep.
mo going way
Right.
how you mo going
Have
way
you
five
seen it?
And while he starts preparing, we're gonna cut back over to our friends at the other door. Who's
All
opening?
right, let's go.
Can I check for traps first? I don't trust
Um,
this place not to be booby trapped.
you can. I will say that the door has like a big hole in the bottom of it that's kind of broken off, like the bottom corner's broken off. There's no broken doors that I could use in this. But like it looks like it's like a really worn down. Like a lot of some of the windows of this place are boarded up. No one really asked to like look around when you guys got in, so I didn't give a description of the tavern, but uh, quite a few of the windows appear to be boarded up, and some of them have like a board pried off of them. And uh, up on the railing for the upstairs, there's uh, a couple parts where there's like posts that are like snapped off for the railing for the balcony up higher, and a lot of the doors in here are like just dilapidated and kind of beat up. So yeah, if you'd like, you can roll a
Perception.
yeah, we'll do perception to see if you can find anything like a booby trap.
It's gonna be terrible.
That'd be par for the course, unfortunately.
7.
So you
Nope,
take
that's hold on. That's performance. Oh, 18. 19 minus 1.
Yay.
There you go.
nice. So you take a look
That's
at the
better.
door, and as you're kind of inspecting the door, you don't see anything. Like you lean down and you peer in the little open hole that's in like the corner of the door. Looks like about as big as like a small dog could like fit through it or something. I'd say probably like a foot and a half, 2 feet is like how big that chunk of the door is missing. Kind of like a.
How many of my big feet?
I mean, you could probably crawl through it if you took like if you left your shield and stuff. But
Oh my God.
yeah, you don't see anything. It seems like it's just like a normal door.
Looks like it's safe. And then I go to open the door.
This cat is just sitting here hitting my leg. What are you doing?
Cat.
All right,
Can
so
we
you
roll for initiative on the cat?
God,
I would, but
no,
it's
come
already
on.
getting thrown off the balcony here in a second.
She's an old cat. It'd be, a little rude.
So it'd take us only a half hour to beat it then. That works.
So you open the door and you cautiously walk in, and um, Roy Rogers McFreely and Kara follow in pretty quick as well. And as you walk in, you notice it kind of just looks like a back office area, where there's not really anything of like crazy importance. There's like a table with a just another kind of beat up looking box and a grain sack that's knocked over and some boxes in the corner and a candle on the table that um, is near a window that has like a board ripped off of it, or the board's not like ripped off, it kind of is like has fallen off. Um, but it's a really small room, so as you guys walk in, you don't really see. There's not really anything that's like
Valuable.
standing out. And as you walk in, Kara kind of squeezes by you guys and walks over and just starts kind of looking at the box and the knocked over bag of grain, and she turns around and just says, "I don't get it. This looks like where at least whoever runs the bar would kind of be. This clearly is an office, but there's no strong box or anything in here that would be where they would keep like their important documents, any ledgers, or even backup money. It's odd."
Yeah, it kind of seems like someone just fled in the night, doesn't it? Like they just packed up all their stuff and left.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
But why would the candles be burning?
I don't know. That's another weird thing. candles burning. There's some food, drinks, still drinks there. It's I don't know. Nothing's
Yeah.
adding up.
We haven't seen anybody yet either, which is
Other than the cook.
But
they don't know that.
We
Oh,
haven't seen the cook.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's why I didn't say anything. I didn't mean to
but
say anything. My bad.
no, you're good. But there's like presence of people that have just been here not too long ago. So
Yeah.
oh, let's be on guard.
As you
Thumbs up.
guys are having this discussion, you hear a couple footsteps on the ceiling in the storeroom coming from like the area above the storeroom, and you hear what sounds to be a woman coughing a little bit.
This place had a second floor, right?
Yeah, it looked like
With the
there was
sound of
a
that, yeah.
looks like there was a staircase on the far end. We walked that we kind of walked by when we came into the storeroom area.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can head back that way and head upstairs and see if we can find the lady that's coughing.
I mean, either it's a lady or we've got a ghost, but I'd rather know. Let's I'd rather know.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I agree. I think we should try to figure out, at the very least, if we could just find someone who can explain why we haven't seen anybody else. I feel like I'd be a little bit more at ease.
I mean,
And
hell, even if they can't explain, I'd rather just find somebody.
so you guys start to walk back out to the main area. Why did it do that? Oh my god, why is it not let me grab character?
There's a fruit fly in here.
Your character does not want to leave this stupid room.
Them big feet.
Trying to, yeah.
It's the big feet.
They're getting stuck.
Calling. Please stay.
Perfect. All right, so now we're gonna head back over to our friendly folks in the kitchen. Why is this?
Oh yeah. When we go upstairs, let's be on guard because we might be right up in there. All right. Side. Let's see how you guys are doing.
Which
So,
Matt just
I'd
He's
say
over here
Just
channeling
doing
that
this.
power.
so. You guys need to
It's a ritual
kill.
spell. It takes immense concentration.
So it's been probably 2 minutes since you started. Because everything they were doing is simultaneous. This cat is batting at my leg again. What do you want, you little asshole? But yeah, you're over there, and the cook has kind of like glanced between like from person to person to person a couple times, but he doesn't really seem to get too like fixated on what you're doing. More or less, he just seems like he's trying to keep his head down and just keep doing what he's doing.
Concentrate on what you're doing. I concentrate on what I'm doing. Everything will be a-okay.
I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, bud, do you want some help?"
So
Who you asking?
You talking to me or talking to the guy cutting
The guy cooking.
Oh.
Okay, just making sure that you're talking to me for a second. And I'm like, I got this. Although your help is much appreciated. I actually like the idea because I can't see the stream because my Wi-Fi is really bad right now. I like the idea that my character's actually blind and I'm actually relying on you guys.
how we can add that in.
That's why I'm just like,
You are now a blind
yeah,
dragonborn
so when he says
wizard.
that,
There
I'm
you
just
go,
like,
that
no, I'm good. I'm good.
This boy just sees energy.
Yep. No, I'm good, thanks. So to retcon, the insight was because I could hear it in his voice. It's not
Right.
from seeing the pills.
So
We
the
call it
chef
disturbance
Gotta
in
keep
the
it
force.
consistent.
the chef
Call
looks
it
over
disturbance in the force.
and he says, I mean, I guess if you want, you can try to clean up, but I don't really like it. People kind of touching my food when I'm cooking. I prefer to be the only one with hands on, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I
I
guess
want
if
to ask the
you can
chef. I
straighten
want to
up.
ask the chef. How long ago did the people leave to go search that other town?
Honestly, for the life of me, I can't really remember. It feels like it's been so long. I just the only thing I can really clearly remember is that I was definitely not gonna abandon this tavern, and I know there was at least a few others that shared the same sentiment as me and didn't want to leave when everyone else started to pack up and either hightail it out or try to just go help out the town or see what was going on with all that commotion in the town. But I couldn't tell you how long it's been.
All right. So those other people who didn't leave with you, where are they now?
I'm not too sure. I kind of just keep to my kitchen. I'll use the restroom down the hall, and other than that, I really try not to leave the kitchen. Uh, I've I've gone upstairs before, but I just prefer to stay here.
Oh, so there's an upstairs.
Yeah, there should have been a big staircase in
Sorry,
the
the
main
alcohol's
room.
getting to me.
Your character or you?
Yes.
Is yeah, I was about to say. Is
Two,
both an acceptable answer?
two
I
of the
should've got
characters are
drunk.
blind.
Oh, I should have got drunk for this.
There's still
Alright.
time.
All right. Well, while our blind dragon is casting the spell,
It's now been
I'll-
8 minutes, by the way, so 2 more minutes.
all right, I guess I'll wait. But I do want to go look upstairs after he's done.
But yeah, we got to distract this guy for a little bit longer.
So you,
Ask him
I
if
can
he
do-
slept. Has he slept?
Mr. Bojangles,
He looks pale.
you start kind of like grabbing dirty dishes and moving them from like one spot over to like where you kind of see where he has like a stack of them. And as you are kind of helping him out, you notice that all the food he's preparing is really similar to the food that's out in the main area where it's not really warm, but it's not like cold. It's slightly colder than room temp, but it's pretty similar to the food that's out there, even though he's like freshly preparing it.
Right.
And with that, I would say
Sounds like a.
your spell is ready.
All right. Well, so basically, I finished up the
Cast it.
spell, claps the hands, and just like has like the spherical radius, right, with detect magic, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I remember really. Yeah, like a 30-foot, 30-foot spherical radius around me. I can see up to 3
You can
feet
see?
through a wooden wall.
With his senses,
magic.
okay?
It's magic.
He's Daredevil.
It's detect
That-
magic.
You. I was
So
just about
basically,
to
yeah,
say.
in a sense, I'd be like, I can kind of just feel and sense whatever, but with
I'm about
detect
to
magic
say he
on,
can
I
feel
can
the force.
see clearly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He can see the force.
And the force is with me. So I'm gonna like take a look around with my senses and kind of like look in the direction of where he was speaking first, and just see if there's anything that pops up, anything that lights my senses.
So as you look around, you don't really see anything of like alarming magical, anything giving off like an alarming amount of like magic or mana. But you do notice
Okay.
that it seems like his form, his body, seems to flicker a little bit. and he seems very slightly translucent, or transparent,
Oh, shit.
almost like he's a ghost. And at this point, he doesn't look
Now can we
angry.
see that too, or is it just hit, or is it just
It's just
I think
him.
it's just me.
okay?
But
So you guys don't know.
at this point, as you're looking at him, you're starting to piece together that this food isn't being like actively prepared by him. It's all ingredients that are kind of out, and he appears to be a ghost that looks terrified. A ghost that is very clearly afraid of something.
So he's preparing. So he's preparing, like you said, toppings like spices, right? He's not preparing like actual food. He's preparing like toppings.
He's like it looked as though he was like chopping vegetables and stuff, but when you guys didn't really pay too much
Nothing
mind
like
to the
main
fact,
course.
yeah, like there anything that's like big is like meat and stuff like that is already like kind of plated up in like these trays. And there's like a turkey,
Okay.
like a cooked bird, large bird on a platter. Um, but as you start to kind of look in his direction, uh, he gets really nervous, and his voice kind of starts to tremble a little bit, and he says, if there's nothing else I can help you with, I'm really busy. I would appreciate it if you guys could just leave me be to my work.
So then I look to my two companions. I guess you can say like my eyes are kind of glowing with like around like the eyelids a little bit, so you can see like the trails along the eyes. So you can see like I'm seeing with my detect magic a little bit. I look to my two companions and I just go, "He's not exactly what meets the eye. You two
What do
are
you mean by
solid.
that?
He's not." As in, there's a chance it might be spectral, celestial.
Wait. He's a ghost?
And
You're telling me he's a ghost?
Possibly. Or
as
something
you
influencing him.
as you guys are having this discussion,
Okay.
He drops his he kind of drops the knife that he was holding, and just very hurriedly tries to like pick it back up and tries to get back to looking like he's working. And he says, I really do need to get back to work. I can't be having people come in and just distract me in my kitchen. I'm truly sorry, but if there's nothing else I can help you with, can you please just let me be to my business?
Back to work for who? Who are you serving for?
I'm just the tavern. I need to make sure everything's right just in case people come back. I don't know how long it's been, like I said, but if they come back, I want this to be a nice, safe place for everyone.
We should have
Okay, this is alright. This is
a word of advice if you want to serve the best possible service. You should get some rest, relax the mind. Maybe it can open up some things for you. Work yourself to death. You're not going to be serving food for much longer.
There's
You
no
just
time.
dropped your knife. You almost cut your toe off right there.
There's no time for all that.
Be dead already.
He doesn't know that.
And at this point, he's just has this look of like fear on his face.
I'm just saying this under my breath.
That he says he just glances up and he says, "There's no time for all that. I just please get out of my kitchen."
No time.
Alright, if he's not gonna tell us anything else. We might as well just leave. I want to go look upstairs, see if we find anybody else.
Well, lucky for me, my.
I want to go in and try to high five him.
Wait, can you? You want to try and smack him or like touch him in some way?
Yeah, I want to try to touch him.
Well, see you next time.
Just to confirm.
Yeah, exactly. Like nonchalant, like, oh well, nice to see
Maybe I'll reach out for like a handshake or something.
Yeah.
You attempt to reach out to shake his hand, and as you extend your hand, he just, in a very scared, almost panicked voice, Says, "Look, you really need to just get out of here. Like, just get out of my kitchen now, please." And he kind of like just goes back to looking like he's working.
I'm gonna find a way to bump him.
Maybe we should advise some caution and leave. He seems like he's losing
Yeah.
a bit, and plus he is armed.
Yeah.
So am I, bro.
Panicking.
You think you
If
can
I don't
poke a
fight-
If a
ghost?
life can be spared, even if he is a ghost, maybe he's not a full ghost. Because, like I said, it's not a complete detail. Like, he could be a ghost, could be not. Like, the vision is not fully clear, right? It's
From what you could
ethereal,
see,
ethereal, but
he looks very ethereal. I would say you're probably not proficient enough to like be able to recognize a ghost, like just like one that it seems to have its form like relatively looking normal.
level 1 wizard does that to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it looks you're like 80% certain that he is a specter of some kind.
Mhm.
All right, let's take off then. If he's starting to act up, let's get out of here.
All right. Let's head upstairs.
All right, you guys all exit the room,
We'll
and
leave you to your work then. You have a good day.
I appreciate it. Thank you, and just please
And while we're
don't come
walking,
back.
I'll still be looking like through the walls and looking everything with my detect magic still. I still want to see if there's anything I can see. I
Gotcha.
can see up to 3 feet of wood.
So you guys said you want to go back to the main room instead of down the hallway, and you wanted to kind of make your way towards the upstairs.
Yeah, we want. Yeah, we want.
I would suggest reuniting with the other 3 and letting them know, hey, there's probably a goddamn ghost in the kitchen over there. I want to try and reunite with the other 3 if I can find them. Go to where they went.
So you guys walk.
We're by the
That's what-
stairs right now.
Marcus.
You guys walk back into the main room, and as you guys walk, oh my god, why do you keep doing that? I'm not moving this at all. It keeps fucking. It's just acting up. It's doing it again. It's acting like I'm hitting buttons. Hell is going on here?
It's haunted.
Hitting buttons, playing
Everything's haunted.
games.
But it seems like.
Did it again.
The horror has extended fourth wall.
So as you guys walk back into the main area, you see the other 3 walking back out of the storeroom, and you
Okay.
walk up to kind of reunite with the other 3. And Kara speaks up and
Real quick,
says,
if I'm
"What did you
scanning the
guys find over
room,
there?"
if I scan the room, do I see anything else? Real quick.
As you scan around the room, you don't notice anything outright. You can kind of see that there's like traces of magic, like magic had been used here, but there's nothing that indicates that there's any like active spells or anything currently. Like there's no
Right.
strong traces
Tra-
of any mana.
Traces of arcane, and that could be nothing. That could just be someone just like lighting like a fire real quick before whatever happened or something like that. Doesn't signify anything. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, everything looks, for the most part, looks normal, aside from the fact that you guys are all still like, what the hell is going on with this with this place?
Yeah. So with both my arms on each of my companions I was with, I'm just like, we might have found a ghost back there.
Evan, say the line.
A ghost?
Yes.
Like a dead ghost?
Like 75% likely. Like I know I'm not the best sightseer, but I did some magic. He wasn't quite what he was. He was also incredibly panicking. He tried to reach for a handshake. The guy in the kitchen just reversed and was in shock. He was really not wanting to say hi. He was really dedicated to his job. He had also admitted that people went out for like search parties and went out to try and search for like what's going on, and they never came back. And he's just chopping food by himself, preparing it like for a dinner, for a meal. Exactly what's out here right now. almost like it's a repeat, like a Groundhog Day type situation where he's just repeating the same thing, but he's just doing his job over and over. But we try and stop his work. He freaked the fuck out. So, what'd you guys find?
So wait, you found a ghost? Oh,
Straight up.
there's
That's what
someone
it looks
upstairs.
like.
Likely one.
We heard someone coughing
There's someone
upstairs.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
look
Unless
up-
it's a
Riley
ghost
put
cough.
his rings down.
Ghost cop.
What?
I look up with my detect magic. Is it still? Do I see anything through the walls, or is it too thick?
It's a little too thick because there's like a wall and like part of the floor for the balcony, for like the thing, and you guys are kind of like closer to the edge of the stairs. What were you saying, Evan?
Oh, I was like, it's showing your thing is offline for me.
Yeah, I was actually just about to send a message about
Oh
that.
yeah, it froze.
Mm-hmm.
The stream did. An area where they saw light coming out from under a door, and there was a kitchen. And when they went inside, there was a chef that they were able to notice appeared to be a ghost, but they didn't recognize it until the wizard had kind of inspected it, trying to detect magic. And they just regrouped. They finished it up about the same time, and they regrouped and decided, are about to. I'm assuming you guys are about to go upstairs. There's still
Yes.
the back hallway downstairs, and then there's still another room downstairs that you guys haven't gone in, and then there's upstairs, and then you guys haven't really wanted to go walk around the perimeter of the building or anything outside yet either. So
Yeah.
for now, you guys are all just gathered at the base of the staircase.
Yeah. Yeah. We just wanted to regroup with you guys because my eyes they're shit, but I know what I saw. That was not normal. With you guys, when I have this spell activated, you guys are just normal masses. When I saw that he looked transparent. That's not normal. I'm a little new to the weaving experience, the magic experience, but that was not normal. That was not. And you said you heard coughing upstairs?
I'm about to say, did you guys see anything on your end other than hearing the coughing?
No, just an empty storeroom. The weird part is that the office is empty. There's no lockbox. There's no ledgers. There's nothing
Yeah,
back
literally
there.
nothing. Weird shit.
Interesting.
All right.
It's like they got spirited away, but took all their stuff with them.
Did the chef say he thought he was by himself?
No, he said that there were some other people that stayed there with him.
Okay.
But he didn't know how many.
And he doesn't know where they ran off to.
And he's like stuck in a Groundhog Day type loop because he's making the same food over and over again that we're just seeing here in the tavern. So I don't know. We can probably check out that lady or whoever coughed upstairs. There's a couple of rooms that we haven't looked at around downstairs, but my curiosity is where you guys heard that cough. Maybe I have a couple minutes left of my detect magic still activated. Maybe I can find some more.
Then
what the
let's
hell's
go
going on?
upstairs and
Let's go
take a look,
upstairs.
because if there's anybody else down here, they would have heard us walking around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
they would have heard all that noise.
Kara looks over and says, "I like that plan. Let's head upstairs." And she starts to walk up to the second floor, and everyone else follows. Jesus Christ.
Despite being the tallest of the group, or second tallest with the half orc there, I'd probably be in the very back. I'm just be like, you guys can go first. I'm fine.
How are
I'll
you going to
watch
be
your
in the back? You can't see up the stairs.
Yeah, you had to hold on to
I'll
like
be second
someone's
to the back.
hold on to someone's robe.
Holding
They were
to the
walking
guy
up.
in front of me,
Yeah.
or someone holding my tail from behind. One or two.
Give me that tail.
All right.
Both.
So you guys walk up the stairs and you look across and you see two doors to the left, and then there's a hallway at the end. It looks like kind of similar to the layout for down below. And there's 2 more rooms, and then there is yeah, you can't really see around the corner of the hallway.
But there's another hallway. What you're saying.
It goes deep.
Yeah, it kind of matches the layout of
Yeah,
downstairs.
Yeah. Well, this first room should be
Real
where the
quick.
lady they went.
I suggest real quick, let's just go down the hallway, and I still have my detect magic still on. Let me just like walk by the doors, not go into them, but like just walk through, just like look through the rooms like real quick to see if I can sense anything, to see anything that sparks, that catches my attention. But that's okay with you guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So
All right.
So we
slowly
take your
advance.
arm and lead you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like an old man that you're leading through, but I'm looking with my detect magic, just like looking through the doors. Is there anything that catches the eye?
So you
Any
guys
secret doors?
start to make your way down the hallway, and you pass the first door. Nothing. And you
Nothing.
start to pass the second door. You don't see anything there either.
Nothing.
You see what looks to be, when you look over, there's a room, the room that you did not go in at the bottom. Now that you're kind of like up top, you see that
Yeah.
there's like a faint glow of like some kind of magic presence inside that room downstairs that you guys did not go in. And just at that, just as you're about to round the corner, the detect magic fizzles out because you guys were talking with the
Yeah.
cook for a little bit
Yeah,
before.
the last 10 minutes.
And
No, if you could wait again, I could.
all right, nobody
so-
move.
yeah. So I'm shaking my head, and I'm just like, all right, it's gone. But there's a room that we passed by downstairs. I did sense something through the floor down there. We can try and check out that cough we heard first, though, because there is someone else up here, and then we can check out that room after downstairs.
We're up here already. Let's check these rooms, see if we can find who it was coughing, and then we can go back downstairs afterwards to
Yeah, the first
to
door
that
we
to
passed
that magical
should be
room
around.
that you saw.
I mean, it'd be
And
nice if we could definitely find someone living.
as you
Living.
guys are having this discussion, you're just past the second door. You hear a voice from the other side of the door. Sounds kind of like an elderly woman. Her voice kind of weakly rings out, "Hello, is somebody out there?" Coming from the room that you had just passed.
All right, we need to get into that room.
Yeah.
Hello? Can we come in?
Yeah, yes, please do. Just careful. The door is kind of difficult to open at times. This when the weather gets nasty, it kind of gets stuck from time to time. And as she says that, Kara walks up to the door and kind of grabs onto the door and bucks it with her shoulder, and it swings open. It wasn't really like that stuck.
I'm about to say, can I do a strength roll to open the door?
I was like, what's your strength?
Well, door's
Already
open.
open, bro.
I got a +5 on mine, boy.
Yeah, Car did it for us.
Man, look at these
Kick
level
that
1
shit down.
flexins.
Hell yeah.
So
let me do it. Let me kick it down.
as the
I'm
door
16 with a +3.
as the door opens, and Kara walks in, everybody else kind of follows in, and it looks like just a standard bedroom. There's a desk on the far end with a candle on it, and there's an elderly woman kind of sitting like on the edge of her bed. Why did I duplicate her right there? Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
And she's just sitting
This
on the
place
bed,
definitely haunted.
and she says, she looks over at the group and makes eye contact with, not all of you, but she looks from person to person, and since Kara kind of is the one farthest over to the right as you all filed in, and she's looking she's farthest to the old woman's left, your guys' is right. And the old woman starts looking from one side to the other, ending on Kara, and just says to the group, "Oh, hello. You seem nice. What can I help you with?"
Yeah,
Well,
we're
she's
trying
talking
to
to Kara,
find
so
signs of life.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Doesn't seem like there's many people here. Do you know what happened?
Oh, I don't know all the specifics, all the details. I do know that there was some kind of a commotion outside some time ago, and a little bit of a panic arose, and uh, quite a few people seemed to just abandon uh, the tavern. So I guess that's not the right way to phrase it. Some people were curious as to what was happening, and others seemed more frightened of the sounds that were coming from the direction of town. So uh, I just I paid quite a bit of money for this room, and I've it's sort of a permanent room, if you will. I don't really have a home anymore. I ever since I lost my family, so I just didn't want to leave it.
My
Hmm.
condolences.
thing.
How recently did you lose your family?
Some time ago, many years. I've been here for, oh gosh, I can't even think how long it's been since everyone even rushed out of the tavern. Uh, but I lost my family a few years before all this craziness had started to happen.
Hmm.
We're definitely sorry to hear that. Was there anything we could help with? Did you need any food? Did you need anything?
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. It's nice to see people, see faces again, and uh, it just gets a little lonely here in this tavern. I
Yeah, I'd say.
I just hope that people start to return soon. Nothing else brings a smile to my face than when we start to get visitors. They usually tend to leave pretty quickly, though. I guess I can't say I blame them. Any normal person would not want to linger too long in a old, decrepit, beat up, abandoned tavern. But
Did
it's
you
my
happen
home.
to?
wait, abandoned?
Yeah, people left.
Second time she said that. Abandoned.
Yeah. Did you happen to know the cook that's downstairs?
Oh, he's a lovely man. He prepares the best meals. He keeps me fed, and I can't thank him enough for that. I'm just happy that he didn't want to leave the tavern either. He also has been here for quite some time, and he's I know he wouldn't want to leave either. So I'm just thankful that if anyone stayed, it was the chef who knows how to cook.
Is there anybody else in this place besides him and you?
I'm not I'm not sure. I don't really believe so. I know that the last group there was about three people, and I saw two of them leave, but the third one, I can't say that I witnessed them leave, but I can't imagine that their compatriots would have just up and left. And I haven't heard anybody walking around since, other than the chef working down in the kitchen.
I
Okay.
I want to do a perception check and just sort of see if they're like. I just want to see if there's anything about the room that looks a little bit off.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
12 minus 1, 11.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to say the math because D&D Beyond it does
Right, just say the final number. Yeah.
the math. Yeah. The only time it doesn't is if you have like a weapon or something that adds an additional bonus. But as you start to look around the room, you notice that there's like a hole in the wall, kind of near her bed, but it's just not too big of a hole. All in all, it just looks like a normal rundown room, pretty dusty. But as you're looking around, Kara kind of sniffs in the air and she turns to the group and asks if anybody else, or she turns to the group and does anybody else smell that? It almost smells like sulfur.
Oh, there better not be demons.
And
Oh
Suggestion?
no.
Yeah, the room. Suggestion, get out of the room now.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Dragonborn, you
Yeah.
smell anything with your heightened senses?
The super powerful nose.
Well, you don't have a sight.
I know, that's what I was saying.
if anyone wants to
Well,
see if
Kara
they
pointed out.
smell anything, then you will need to go ahead and roll.
Perception.
No, we'll say nature because you're trying to see if you can smell it. Kara
Let's do
specifically said it was a sulfur smell.
I'm gonna try it.
Let's all do a
So-
sniff check.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
13.
3.
I didn't smell shit. I rolled a 6.
And it begins.
It begins. That was my first
Oh
one.
Bro.
shit!
The robot
19, my
rolled the
first one,
best.
I got a 3.
It's programmed in. He's got great senses.
Wait, what'd you roll?
You got a
Rolled
19.
Nice.
How's
Um,
the robot gonna do that?
So, all of you are kind of like a little caught off guard when Kara brings this up, and you all kind of start to sniff the air, and you're not really smelling anything. You kind of like walk around the room a little bit, trying to just see like Annie's big feet. She walks over to the near the hole in the wall by the old woman's bed, and uh, none of you seem to be able to smell anything even resembling sulfur. And Kara just turns to the old woman. She's like, "Do you smell anything?" And the old woman just smiles and says, "No, dearie. My senses aren't what they used to be, and I'm afraid I'm the wrong one to ask." But yeah, none of you smell the sulfur that Kara is inquiring about.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
You guys mentioned the hole in the wall. Can any of you take a look real quick? Even, or if the smell is that bad, Kara, if it's strong, we should get out of the room.
Kara looks and says, "Yeah, I can check. The hole's kind of close to your bed. Do you mind?" And the old woman says, "Oh no, I don't mind, dearie. Do what you
Find
must."
a stuffed bunny looking at you through the wall. I'm fucking bailing.
So Kara walks over and
Enter into battle mode.
she lays down on the ground.
Yeah, get ready to body that.
Look
grandma.
underneath the under the bed and also near the hole, and she stands back up and walks back over, and I I mean I definitely smell sulfur, but it doesn't get any stronger or weaker. I don't know. Maybe something's just wrong with me. I'm the only one that seems to smell it, and I don't really understand. So maybe it's in my head.
Would our characters know about the smell of sulfur being demonic? Would our characters know that? Because I know fourth wall we do, but would our
Right.
characters know?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I would say they
Would
would.
it be Arcana?
I would say like yeah, if you wanted to do an Arcana check, an Arcana check,
I'll try that.
you can do that to see. So you
16.
with a roll like that, you are able to recall. Goddamn, Cletus. Goddamn, 20. All right.
Damn.
Does anyone else want to take part in this check or no?
After somebody rolls a 20, he can tell us everything.
I just know my shit from these two
Okay,
brothers that I
supernatural.
know. Sam and Dean Winchester.
So
Summer.
you you both kind of look at each other and start to discuss Tavakas and Cletus. Start to discuss about how you've heard that some monsters do give off like a sulfurous smell,
Mm-hmm.
but neither of you knows specifically what monsters or what creatures that give off that smell. Like you don't know the specific creatures because it could be a number.
It's a monster.
But yeah, you know it's some form of a creature
A creature, okay.
that has a tendency to give off a smell of sulfur.
So either way, we can kind of make the suggestion we're not alone.
Right.
There's something here.
Right.
Or there was something here. If it's a lingering smell.
That is true too.
Well, nobody can smell it other than Homegrow, right?
Other than Kara.
True.
Yeah.
Is that room downstairs that I saw that glimpse? If the smell gets stronger once we get down into that room, that might be the source.
Yeah, we also got one more room to check.
Well, there's
There's a couple of rooms. But that's
There's
the
a
one that's
couple
significant.
rooms.
yeah, there's 3 rooms up top. 4 because there's a room you walk past, and then there's 2 more rooms further up, and then there's
No, I thought we were heading back down.
2 rooms to the
Well,
left. No, that's what they
we
were
could-
saying
we
is they were
yeah,
saying
we
we could
could
go
do
check that downstairs.
Because right now, the reliable lead that we have is that Kara can smell the sulfur. We made a distinction that there might be, or there could be a creature here, or was here, that gave off that sulfur smell. So that's why we want to see if we can find that source if possible, or at least where the strongest of that odor is coming from. So right now, Kara should be taking the lead, and it's basically being our sniff dog and like looking
Pretty much.
around upstairs.
Let's go.
And if it
The
doesn't get
hoot
any
is on.
stronger, yeah, if it doesn't get any stronger, like, if we're not getting anywhere, then we can still check out that room downstairs that I saw that source.
Yeah.
With the magical aura, real quick.
All right, so let's check the other rooms up here then.
With the notes, we follow
All
the
right.
notes. Also, we say goodbye to the lady. Thank you for your time. Hopefully, we didn't startle you.
Kara looks at the old woman. She says, "Thank you so much, ma'am. If you need any help or anything at all, just shout out. We'll keep an ear out, and
Yeah, there's food downstairs in the kitchen being made.
we're happy to help." And she kind of gets up and walks over towards her desk where she has like a book, and she's like, "I think I'll just read. It was lovely to meet you all. Yeah, if you have any other questions or anything." Why did she just yeet into the stratosphere? What just happened?
Yeah.
She's a ghost.
There
Yep,
she
I was
is.
about to say she's possessed.
'Cause she went like putting her on top of the chair at the desk, put her just at the right elevation where it cuts off so I can see everything on the top floor and make the roof go away. And so when I set her down, she just went,
The old lady
"Woo!"
was the creature. She teleported back to the infernal plane.
Another,
My God, guys, mystery solved.
just a weird question. Is the hole here and the hole in the door downstairs, are they like similar sizes?
roughly, but there's like a few holes like that around the place. But
Okay.
they're not like the exact same size, but they're this one up here is like a little bit smaller. Probably like not like a little bit bigger than half the size. Like it's probably like 2/3 of the size as the one downstairs. But So Kara says, "All right, well, yeah, I'm more than happy to help since no one else smells it, and yeah, the two of you definitely seem to be in the same vein that I am.
A
Of
little weary.
that's it's
A
odd.
little weary about that smell.
I yeah.
Odd and
So she
don't want to pick a room if there's a smell of sulfur of some creature that might be here still. No proper rest until we find it.
so you all walk back into the
Uh-huh.
hallway and the door close the door behind you, and Kara starts to make her way back, or not back, but down the hallway, and you end up at like the kind of crossroad section of like the where there's a hallway in front of you. There's the path to the right that has two rooms. One of the rooms is above the room where you saw the glow with your detect magic, and then there's a down the hallway. It looks like there's a door to the right, and then a door at the very end of it. And Kara starts to walk forward, and I guess I should check over here first, just a process of elimination. And she carefully and quietly
Just wrong nose.
walks by both rooms and then makes her way back over towards you guys, and she says it definitely still smells like sulfur. It doesn't seem to be getting any weaker, but it isn't getting stronger either. It's just like once we I don't know why I didn't notice it before, but it seemed like once we started getting in close with each other, it like in that old woman's room is when I started to smell it, but I didn't smell it coming off of anybody. It just smelled like it was in the room.
But it's not getting weaker though. We left the room, but it's not getting weaker.
Yeah, it's definitely still smells the same as it did when we were in the room with the old woman, and then
Yeah, and she didn't smell anything downstairs at all, so it's got to be up here.
so she
Yeah, getting a little paranoid right now
Yeah.
because I have a
Get the
fear
weapons
right
out.
going on. I'm just like, maybe it's not a creature, but maybe it's a dimension.
My
Like what
I
if we're in the infernal?
I don't have any spells, but part of me's like, is she marked? Is Kara like marked by the creature? You know what I mean? Like that's why she's the only one that can smell it. So it doesn't matter where she goes.
so
Mm.
Kara starts to walk, and she goes down the straight hallway, and she turns back and says, "Hey, there's a kind of like a balcony, little catwalk out here," and uh, she says, does anyone, just in case I slip or something, can one or more of you, if you feel comfortable, we're all still basically strangers, so I understand given the
Teams of two,
circumstance.
so I'll go.
If
So who wants to go with me?
I'll go with you
Like,
guys.
I was like, I'll help.
I'll hang back.
I'll
Okay.
go with you guys.
all right, perfect. So Kara's like, thank you, I appreciate it, and she walks out and she goes off to the right, and you both kind of follow with Roy Rogers. You're sticking a little bit closer to Kara just because she's afraid if like she could potentially fall or something. Oh my god, what did I just do?
I'm strong as fuck, boy.
And Sir Clinks a lot. You kind of just stay by the entryway and you're kind of just looking around as they explore. Oh my god, everything's going so fucking slow on the computer right now. Don't fuck up again, please. But as Kara walks down, um, she notices that the catwalk kind of curves around this, what looks to be like a chimney. And given the placement the chimney would be connected to the room that you guys had not explored down on the first floor. And Roy Rogers and Kara both walk around the front and are now both up on the catwalk, walking around the chimney, and she's still smelling. And as she walks past, she says, I still smell the sulfur. It's so difficult to tell if it's getting stronger or weaker or what. And then as you guys, as she walks around the corner, she notices that there's a door that kind of leads back into where the area inside where she had already checked. And she says, "Oh, I know where this goes. Let's head back and check the other side." And you both start to make your way back over towards Sir Clinks a lot.
Is there any smoke coming out that chimney?
Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
9.
Nice.
So you look up and you try to see. You don't really see any smoke as you're looking up, but you don't have like a super good angle either.
It's foggy out
Yeah, it's
It's too foggy.
it's smoky on the ground. So
here. I
what are you
can't
doing
see what's going on in the sky.
What are you
So
doing over
dark.
there?
I'm peeking, man. I'm trying to look for the smoke, the puff puff.
so as you
Can I roll a perception check to see if I could see what smoke he's talking about?
yeah, he was just trying to see if there was any smoke coming out of the top of the chimney, but if you wanna, you can as well.
Seeing if there is, seeing if maybe someone's in the room.
11. Same thing. You look up. You don't have the best view, but from what you can tell,
What are you doing?
there doesn't seem like there's anything coming up.
Trying to see if you're crazy.
But one thing that
Little
you
bit.
both did notice is, or not both of you, but Roy Rogers mentions that, or you notice that the outside of the chimney felt a little bit warm, and you bring that up, and Kara says, "Really?" And she walks back and puts her hand against the chimney, and she turns around and says, I guess, but it doesn't feel warm like a fire was going. Are you feeling all right?" And yeah, because she's like, "It doesn't feel like there was a fire to me, but when you put your hand on the outside of the chimney, it felt like pretty like warmer than like just a normal not used chimney felt."
Warmer than my ham.
Guys, I just gotta say it.
This might.
I think I hate this inn.
So
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
get
it's
one
definitely
star
kinda-
review.
it's definitely kind of creepy.
Worst Airbnb ever.
Kara
I
looks at
want a
you.
I want a refund.
Kara looks at you with some concern and says, "Well, just kind of, I can smell sulfur, but you felt like the chimney was warm, and it didn't feel warm to me. So, if anything else feels warm, or maybe keep smelling and seeing if you could smell sulfur, or maybe I'll keep checking too to see if anything feels warm to me."
Are we back together again right now or no?
No,
We're down
Kara.
the hall.
Kara just walks
Oh.
briefly to the edge and sees that the catwalk ends at that direction, and then she comes back and you all regroup in the hallway. And Kara says, "Yeah, it still everything seems the same. I mean, there was a chimney that was coming out of the room that was down below where you said that you saw like a glow, but I didn't smell any more or less of that sulfur smell." And
If it's okay with you guys, I want to do a small test. I know another little spell. I want to see how strong this smell is. I want to use a cantrip, prestidigitation. One of the little things I can do is create an odor. And I choose to, without telling you guys, but the fourth wall sign just for reference, the smell of lavender to smell flowers, right? I'm just gonna do something with my hands and then raise the odor. What do you guys all smell right now?
Go ahead and everyone roll, just because of the confusion of everything. Everyone roll another perception.
Yeah, like without telling you guys what I'm doing in the game.
Ooh.
Just like
11.
16.
5.
13.
So everyone looks around, and Kara starts to smell, and she says, "Oh, there's a new. I can still smell the sulfur, but now there's a new smell, something lavender-ish. It's hard to tell. The sulfur is just so overpowering. And with those rolls, you're all able to smell the lavender smell as well.
okay.
Okay, so
I was
we can all
wondering
s-
if-
pretty.
so we can all smell the lavender, but we still can't smell
So
the
yeah,
sulfur.
so our senses are still working fine.
Right.
Kara's is working fine too. She can still smell what I'm producing as well. But she still smells the sulfur just as strongly. Also, how long is the lavender lasting? Like, are you still smelling the sulfur strongly, or is it like a constant mix right now? Because we're smelling just the lavender right now.
It's just a constant mix. If I move around, I guess it kind of
The lavender
gets
gets weaker if you get away from me.
it gets a little weaker, but
Okay.
not much. But I mean, the sulfur, even still, it's not like an overpowering amount. It's just lavender and sulfur is not the best smelling combination.
I can't imagine
No,
that
I
it
just
is.
want to make sure.
No.
Sorry, I just wanted to test and make sure all of our senses were still working proper,
No, that
just in case
was
something was messing with us.
Alright.
definitely good. That was a smart idea. Here, let me
Also to make sure
finish my
Kara
rounds.
could smell it. Yeah, also to make sure if Kara could smell what we could too, not just like, no, that's just the sulfur still. Like, what's wrong with your nose? Or maybe something's controlling you or something. I don't know.
So Kara walks down the hallway and near the door at the back and the door um, close to the back, and she says, "No, the smell doesn't seem to be getting stronger or weaker. I didn't really notice the smell when we were downstairs, but if you'd like, I can run down and yell up to you while you guys are up here, or we can."
No.
Either way, we do want to check the room downstairs anyway.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing
We
of
have-
significance that you guys spotted real quick up here, then we could start going downstairs.
Yeah. I didn't see anything worthwhile up here, so let's all head down.
Perfect. You all start to walk.
Well,
Mm.
you know, it just occurred to me. I mean, there's a lot of strange things about this inn. One, the burning candles, despite the fact that, the cook's a ghost, but all the boarded up windows. If everyone seems to have just left, like in a rush, who boarded up the windows?
Who took our time to fortify?
Like, if the attack was in the town,
Well, you guys don't even know for sure if the town was like attacked or not. You just the most that you gathered so far was that there was commotion and some screaming and then just silence. And that's what the chef had recalled, but even he said his recollection was a little fuzzy. So you guys have
Same
no
with the ladies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But as you guys walk back downstairs, Kara is still taking the lead, and she turns and says, "This is so odd. I'm still smelling the sulfur. It's not stronger or weaker. I'm still able to smell it, and I distinctly remember that I wasn't smelling anything like this before we went upstairs." And then she walks up to the door and kind of looks at the door like she's trying to inspect it, And then she said, the glow that you saw, that was coming from this room, right?
I believe so. Real quick, can we say it? Can we just peek in on the chef, make sure he's just still right there, and just right there and nowhere else?
Yeah.
Just busy? Real quick.
So we'll have two of you kind of go like halfway down the hall, then, and then
Just real quick.
you just
real
walk
quick
in
peek.
and you open the door and you just peek your head in, and the chef just looks up at you and he's like, What do you need? Please just leave me be."
Just making sure you're still here.
Where else
Oh,
would
real
I
quick.
be? Yeah.
Real
What?
quick. I know you're making a lot of food right now, so it smells probably not your best thing. Do you smell sulfur by any chance?
I recall smelling something sulfuric a while back, but not any time that
Yeah, dude.
in the near recent that that I can recall.
Was it consistent, and then just was it consistent when you had visitors here last?
Uh, Very briefly, it there was a period of like I would say probably somewhere close to like an hour where it just appeared, the smell, and it seemed pretty standard. Like it wasn't getting stronger or weaker depending on where I went. I thought I had rotten eggs or something. It was kind of a nightmare for me, to be
And you
honest.
don't smell it now.
No, I don't seem to smell anything in here now. Uh it's been a while. I don't remember exactly when those other visitors were here. But the smell seemed to go away when shortly after two of them had left. I thought they had a third guy with them, but I never saw or heard him leave.
That's the story, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else I can help you with?
I'm done. Anyone else want to ask anything?
No, that's it.
Nah, fuck that shit.
All right.
So let's rejoin.
You close and you all gather in front of the other door. And
For
Hmm.
How long has it been since Kara started smelling the smell? Like for us, like how long has it been since we've been in that lady's room?
probably about like 10, 15 minutes since you left
Okay.
the woman's room. So 10 minutes since you left the room, 15 minutes since you started smelling it.
He said about an hour ago, right?
He
Uh,
said it lasted about an hour. The
Lasted about
sulfur
an hour.
smell.
when the other people
He just
were
he,
present.
okay. He doesn't remember when he did, just when they were here. The three people, the two, then the one, and then it lasted about an hour. Then it went.
And then
So
shortly
Well,
after, the two of them left.
yeah, okay. So then share that information as well with Kara and be like, so the chef at some point before he did have that same strong sense of smell for sulfur at some point. He said it lasted about an hour when they had the previous guests. Matching the old lady story of the three, where two left early, then the one a little after. But then he stopped smelling after that. So there's a consistency with the sulfur.
Well, I guess that makes me feel a little better, being that I'm not crazy. It is worrisome that no one else is smelling this, but at least somebody has smelt it before. And
yeah, a
The
ghost.
Yeah, that's my worry is that he's a ghost now. So I'm worried that he might have smelt sulfur then, maybe before he became a ghost, and now he's a ghost now. Therefore, he doesn't smell the sulfur.
well,
It could be. I could be wrong. I could be paranoid, but
I guess I hope you're
it seems to me
wrong
that he'd be
Makes
about
coming.
that
sense.
one.
Yeah. And plus that third guy no one saw leave.
Yeah.
Well, let's just check this room real quick. I feel like I'm starting to get pretty exhausted with this everything that's going on here. I've already had a long enough day as it is. I was hoping just to come in,
No,
get a
that
bite to
makes
eat,
sense.
and take a rest before continuing on my delivery. But
Yeah.
let's just check this out. And so Kara reaches forward and she pulls the door open, and you guys all walk into this new room. This room appears to be, as you walk in, oh my god, what is going on with the freaking mouse? As you all walk in, it appears to be like some kind of like a clubhouse type room where you have like a nice carpet on the ground, and there's a couple like comfortable looking chairs. There's a fireplace, and as opposed to the people that can see the map, the fireplace is not actually lit. I just don't have like a way to turn the fire on and off. But there's a fireplace that is not lit. There's some firewood, and there's a couple bookshelves in the back. And as you all kind of walk into this room, Kara looks up and notices there's a couple shelves that have like some miscellaneous stuff to the left, and then there's like coins and stuff on them, like copper, silver, and there's some copper coins and silver coins like scattered around. But the one thing that does stand out that Kara kind of points out is that she looks to the rest of you and points to a plaque that is hanging above the fireplace, and she says, "That's kind of odd that there's a plaque up there that seems to have like kind of a what reads to be like a riddle on it. Like it's not like saying anything like specific." And you all kind of walk forward towards the fireplace a little bit so you can look up and get a better view of the plaque.
And real quick, is the smell sulfur any different at all? Is it still the same for Kara?
She smells in the air, and
I'm asking Kara.
yeah,
Yes.
she smells in the air and leans forward, like a little closer to the fireplace, and she says, "No, it's here, but it's not any worse or less. It's just the same."
Different. Okay.
Is this the same fireplace that was up with the chimney?
Yeah, this is where the
I think
chimney
so.
that you saw outside was coming out of. It was
Yeah.
leading to this room.
But
The one that
That felt hot to
yeah,
Roy.
the one that someone felt was
Yeah.
yeah,
it was
slightly
warm
yeah.
on my hand.
McAfee, I don't think you actually found
Okay,
issues.
what does the plaque say? Alright.
Well, you can't read it.
Well, yeah, you're pretty much blind. You're not going to be able to read it. But
Someone read it out loud.
Read me what
um,
it says.
so Kara leans forward
Wait,
and she
what?
says, she starts to read the plaque, and it says, "A good conversation needs a good fire, and it should be affordable to all. So throw in what's needed. I'm half of what you're reading. To some people, I am nothing." And she turns back to the rest of you, and she says, "I don't have any idea what that means."
A good conversation needs a good fire, and it should be affordable to all. So throw in what is needed.
I'm half of
I'm
what
half
you're
of what
reading.
you're reading.
To some people, I am nothing.
Wood?
Yeah. Throw a log on.
So you pick up one of the logs, and you walk up and you kind of like toss it into the fireplace, and you step back expecting something to happen, but nothing happens. And you all kind of look at each other, trying to think if, like, what this plaque could potentially mean.
Wait, what's the plaque made of?
Sorry, can you read me it again?
The plaque is bronze. And yeah, it said, "A good conversation needs a good fire, and it should be affordable to all. So throw in what's needed. I'm half of what you're reading. To some people, I am nothing."
I'm half of what you're reading. of a plaque.
No, paper.
But is paper nothing to some
Yeah.
people?
Made out of trees. Wood. I think Chris is right. Throw a wood. Throw a
But it
log.
didn't do anything.
You already threw wood.
Throw
Evan.
another log on.
It didn't do
throwing 'em.
anything.
Keep
And
throwing them.
Chris asked what the
Okay,
plaque was made out
keep
of, and the
going.
plaque's made out of bronze.
Yeah, I don't know.
Half
If that's
of what you're
gonna.
reading.
See, there's a bucket of ashes.
So,
Candles.
if you'd like, you can roll a perception check and
Stop.
Yeah,
see
let's do that.
what you see around the room.
Yeah, let's roll perception.
Perception or investigation?
Or investigation, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Bam.
I guess
Give me a good
either
roll.
either
Oh
is
my
really
God.
applicable. I'd say you could roll whatever.
8.
Okay.
19.
I don't
So
see shit.
yeah, you guys don't. Roy Rogers and Tavakas and Cletus don't really see anything. They're kind of just like moving stuff around the room. As Annie's Bigfoot,
Big feet.
yeah, Annie's big feet. Sorry, I get the plural right. Where'd you go?
Okay.
There you are, hiding in the corner, you little small person. As you're walking around, you notice again, what catches your eye is the small little pile of scattered coins, a couple of silver and a few more bronze, or not bronze, but copper coins on the bookshelf. On one of the empty bookshelves that was by the entrance of the room. And then you notice there's a tin cup on one of the other bookshelves by the entrance, and there is just like some random metal trinkets, like metal of some kind, on some of the other bookshelves, and a few wooden carvings as well.
I want to pick up one of the bronze coins and try and throw it into the fire.
You walk over and you grab one of the coins, and you walk back over to the fire, and you take a deep breath, and you toss the coin into the fire. Go ahead, or actually no, we already something for that. So you throw the coin into the fire, and just as the coin bounces around off of the logs in there and it hits the bottom, the fireplace ignites, and a faint glow starts to illuminate the room. Fuelless fire appears in the empty fireplace, and it starts to quickly grow in size and intensity. Within a matter of seconds, the entire room is aglow, and as you all are looking at it, you're noticing it kind of hurts your eyes, and you're starting to feel.
Especially mine.
You're all starting to feel. Oh yeah, yeah. You're like, oh my eyes.
It's hers. What's going on? I'm
Uh,
guessing it's whatever
getting
is the
solar flared.
effects. It's still hurting the physical. Yeah, I'm guessing it's still physically hurting, right? It's not because I'm looking at it. It's because it's.
so your eyes, the eye part's not affecting you, but the other effect of this fire is
Okay.
you all are starting to like feel hot, like abnormally hot, hotter than a fire
Ooh.
like this should make you feel. And you all kind of like take a few steps back, and you're just like kind of confused as to what that did, because it just all that happened was a fire lit, and now it kind of hurts your eyes to look at the fire, and it feels pretty abnormally warm.
I'm just looking
Yeah.
around. Don't keep me in suspense.
Yeah, right. Kiara, do you smell? Are you still smelling the sulfur? Has it gotten stronger?
She looks and says, "It still smells the same, but let me get closer." And she moves closer, and she gets her face pretty close to the fire, and she doesn't seem too bothered by it. Whereas you all had to take a step back from the fire. Um, but she kind of gets her face like 7, 8 inches away from this fire, and she kneels down and no, it's everything still smells the same. And as she turns around, she notices that you all are kind of looking at her like strange, and so she just
Yeah.
says, "What is something wrong? Like, why are you all looking at me so oddly?"
How are
Because
you doing that?
this is hurting us and not affecting you.
Yeah, how is that possible?
What do you mean it's
You can
hurting
smell
you
sulfur,
guys?
and you can smell the scent of a sulfur, and then you can also not mind like heat, an intense heat like we do. And when someone feels some warmth in the chimney, like it's normal for us, you feel like it's cold.
Well,
Kara, what is your origin?
they
What are you?
I'm just a half elf bard that is delivering a letter for a wizard that I sometimes am in correspondence with. It's like a goods order, um, because our courier normally comes through this pass through this route, and when he passed through, we never got our supplies. So I told him I would just go myself, and he gave me this sealed letter. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a sealed letter. Um, and she's like, "I don't know what all he's asking for or what's on it, but that's not my place to ask." And she kind of sticks it back in her bag and shoulders her bag again. And she says, "What do you mean this hurts you guys? It just feels like a regular fireplace. This doesn't feel any different." And she kind of like looks from person to person, and she has this look of like suspicion
Okay.
and concern.
Yeah.
And she's
So,
like, "Are you guys feeling all right?"
Kara, look at me. I can't look at you, but look at me. Okay. I am a I am a red dragonborn. I'm known to be it's like I'm known to handle fire better than most folk, right? It's in my blood. I had to take a couple steps back. You got closer and closer. No problem at all. You're not a half elf bard, is what I'm thinking. My hand is slowly my hand is on the hilt of the knife. I don't think you're saying what you say you are.
Kara sees your hand going for the knife, and she kind of reaches back and she pulls her lute forward, and she doesn't take a step back, but she kind of takes a step to get ready, and she's like, "You're feeling abnormally warm to the point where it's causing you discomfort from a standard fireplace, and
But
everyone else took the same amount of steps back, but you're suspicious of me. But if you're more resilient, then shouldn't you be able to be closer to this fire than any of your compatriots?"
But yet he's not
Exactly.
because it bothers
And I'm
him.
not.
Exact.
did you not
That's
see
exactly
crazy
my point. I
fireworks?
might be closer,
Oh God.
but you're no further back, or you're no further close. You can't get any closer to this fireplace than any of your friends, than anyone else in your little group. If you want to suspect me
So,
of something, I'll subject myself to any test. But I can tell you without a doubt, I know who and what I am. And right now, I'm starting to think that something isn't right here, given that your reasoning for grabbing at your dagger is that I can handle the flames better than the warmth from this standard fireplace better than you.
This isn't
So
standard. This is
how about we slow it all down? Let's slow it all down. Not a standard fireplace.
There's fire.
One. That
there's only
man,
one of us that's abnormally close.
you smell sulfur, but Roy felt heat from a fire that wasn't lit. Felt heat from a fireplace that was not lit. There's a ghost in the kitchen. There are candles that are lit and for who knows how long. Clearly something's amiss, but let's just, how about everybody chill out?
Kara looks over at you and says, "Fine." And she takes her staff and her loot, the two things that she has to defend herself, and she sets them on the ground and kind of slides them forward. And then she steps back and she says, "Let me explain my point a little better, since you seem so quick to cast suspicion in my direction. My point is you should be more resilient than anybody in this room, and it's
I should.
definitely odd that
Our places
I
should be
But he's
swapped.
am
not.
closer.
Our
But
places should be swapped. Is my point.
that is, and I do acknowledge that. But what I'd like to point out is you can't get any closer to this fire than anybody else in your group, indicating that you are feeling the same heat at the same vulnerability that everybody else in your group is. You all
If this was a
backed up
normal
to the
fire, I
same
would agree this is
distance.
suspicious. If this was a normal fire, I would agree that's suspicious. But we just literally tossed like what was it, a copper coin into
Bronze.
the fire.
Bronze.
And it ignited a bronze coin, and ignited some crazy fire and some crazy spell, some magical property. So this isn't some normal fire. Hence why I had to take a step back as well. This is not some normal heat.
She
Hence why I'm a
So
little
the fa- so-
suspicious.
So,
of you.
so the fact that she can get closer to it than all of us means there's something up with her.
That's my point.
But she wants to sit
That's why
there and
I'm
deny
suspicious.
it. She thinks there's something wrong with us because we can't get closer.
And now she's trying to say, I'm suspicious because, oh, you're not a real dragonborn then, because you should be immune or you should be resistant, but you're not. So clearly you're the one that's wrong. There's still a flaw to the logic because it doesn't change the fact that even if what she's telling is true, it doesn't change the fact that she's still that close to this magical fire that's making us incredibly uncomfortable right now. And she has no problem just going, yeah, sure.
So Kara
I'm
looks
like
around.
a dragonborn just going like, that's too much even for me.
Kara looks around and she says, "Are you serious right now? So what? You're just gonna get spooked because of this weird fireplace that you guys all seem strangely vulnerable to me, and you're just gonna try to kill an
There's
innocent
also the
person
smell
in
of
this random
sulfur
room?"
we've been bringing up. There's also that smell of sulfur. Two of us have acknowledged that the smell of sulfur being consistent in an area that's kind of bland usually implies some kind of creature is present. We haven't found that creature or source yet, but you keep saying that source is consistent.
But I
So
also didn't
either
smell it until we walked upstairs.
with
If
the
I
weight-
was some kind of creature, this would have been one, I wouldn't have brought it up if I was the source or just
so that's
emanating
then,
this odor.
and
yeah, so then that's
and-
my option B then, is maybe you're not the source of it, but maybe something has touched you. A curse, maybe, or an enchantment, and you don't realize it. Maybe you're the next target. That chef back there mentioned he smelled that same source. We don't know when exactly, and then suddenly he just stopped smelling it, and now he's chopping onions for the rest of his life, never leaving that damn tavern, never leaving that damn room.
So what do you suppose
Maybe
we do
point
then?
B, maybe point B, you might be the next target. That's another option.
yeah, I
as
was
well.
like, she's cool because on the balcony she could have.
Yeah.
She could have tried to get me. It wouldn't work. But
She takes a
I've
step
adventured
back
with her twice.
Or
and
option C, she could be working with someone, trying to get us to that person. or that thing, that creature. That's option C. There's a couple of options here.
Kara looks.
Possibly option B, because you are being honest with the sense of smell. Option B is the most likely, but option C might still be there because we can see the mist.
Kara looks around and she just puts her arms down by her side and says, "So, what? You think I'm targeted by whatever could have potentially killed that chef? So
Whatever's
what?
stalking this in, you could be next.
So what do we do? Like, I'm more than happy to track whatever this is down, but I don't to try to take it out before it takes me out. But I don't know even where to begin. At this, the sulfur doesn't seem to get stronger or weaker with that, as far as I can tell."
I look to the others, and I think the only thing that we could do is that if that fireplace was that source of magic I did see for sure, then I got nothing else unless I can do the detect magic thing again, or we can interrogate the chef. He was very, very sure that we did not touch him, that we did not interrupt his work. What if we just offer
Interrupt
him
him
a drink
again?
in the tavern?
He's
Yeah,
not
just
going
to
to leave the
offer him
kitchen.
He's not gonna.
Yeah,
he's
that's
not gonna
like, hey,
leave
you
the
need a break, man. Come to have a drink with us in the open bar. Just relax a bit. Even when I offered it, when I saw him the rest the first time, he was like, no, I need to work. I need to work.
Yeah, didn't he tell you to not come back the first time? You know how pissed he's gonna
Yeah,
be if
he
you
did.
show up with double the people.
Yeah.
With double the people, he has
I
a knife too.
I feel like maybe
Fine,
if you
alright, I got a
can
battle
do,
weapon.
if
Yeah,
you
but I got a
can,
great sword too, so I'm not worried about that.
yeah.
Great
I mean,
axe.
I feel like if you could do another detection, I mean,
Yeah, it's
she
ritual.
wasn't smelling. Yeah, but she wasn't smelling the smell when you first did it.
That is also true. It went out. That is actually true. The detect magic went out before she smelled the sulfur. So if you guys can be patient, I can get it wrapped up again. But I still think that chef might have some extra info he's not letting on about.
Kara looks over and says, "I'm more than happy to cooperate with anything so long as you take your hand off your dagger."
Lucky for you, I need both hands to do the spell. So you get your wish this time.
And then
All right.
she said,
That's fine, but I'm gonna put my hand on. I'm gonna keep my hands on my great axe just in case while he's doing this.
And I appreciate that.
so you step a little bit away and you start concentrating again.
Yeah.
Kara walks forward and sits in one of the chairs. We'll say, Roy Rogers, you picked up her loot and her staff, and you just you want to hold on to them just for the time being. And everyone
She's still
else,
wearing her bag.
yeah, she's holding on to her bag. When she sat in the chair, she swung it around and is just has it on her lap. And then everyone else is just kind of standing around the room, like keeping half an eye on her and like looking around the room in case something else happens.
Did we want to fast forward 10 minutes so we're not literally waiting 10 minutes of me warming this up, or do you guys want to do something in the meantime?
And if anyone, I mean, we can fast forward to it, or if anyone has anything else they want to say, do,
Hey, let's
ask.
go explore the back area. There's like a whole ass section that we haven't even gone to.
Extra room still.
Do you want to split?
Yeah,
The
let's
party?
split up.
I'm with the guy with the great axe.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'll
Yeah,
stay-
you guys can post up here.
I'll stay. I'll stay
I
with
guess-
the warlock.
Me and Cletus are heading out then, because I feel like you could probably not want Kara to move
Yeah.
around too much.
So
I got her
you,
gear, so
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
standing in the corner.
Take her.
So,
Take her loot in her weapon with her.
well,
Oh, with you.
Evan,
Oh, I got it.
yeah, Roy Rogers McFreely is holding onto her staff and
Yeah.
loot, and you guys are both keeping an eye on her while he concentrates on doing the getting the detect magic ready, and you guys, Cletus and Annie's, you start to make your way down the hallway. As you walk down, you're pretty on guard because at this point you're all certain that there is something here, even though you've really seen no sign of it, other than one person saying that they smell like a sulfuric smell. And as you come to the end of the hallway where it branches out to the right or the left, you look off to the right and you see that there's just a door that looks like it leads outside, kind of like a back door for the tavern. It leads to like the back outside area. And to the left, you see two doors.
Did we want to head outside or we want to stay inside for right now?
Let's go. Let's go see what's outside.
You guys start to make your way towards the back. Oh my god, what's going on right now? Tailspire's messing up. Let me refresh my Twitch just to make sure this is fine because Tailspire's bugging out on me.
All that's missing are the kids in the mystery van.
Hit him with that dog. Zoinks.
Dude. And that dumb dog too.
1 second.
He's not. He's not.
Tailspire froze on me. Hold on.
Not right now.
We're getting to the drama.
Go down the rabbit hole.
It concerns me that the only people we've seen are that ghost and that old lady that may or may not be also a ghost.
Right? Two goddamn people in this whole thing.
And that there's presumably
There's that
maybe a
missing-
skeleton around.
That missing,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Also possibly that missing third, right? Which
Yeah.
I may or may not might be thinking it's Kara. Who knows?
It could be the old lady and she's just been here that long.
She just forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my, I was the third one all along.
Or it could be the chef. I don't know.
Yeah, could be the chef. Although he said the same thing. He said he confirmed what the old lady said. He said the 3 people, 2 then 1.
Yeah. And that he smelled sulfur.
Yeah, which is why I think that he was targeted and killed. Maybe I don't know the whole details of the sulfur and the demons. I just know sulfur usually means demons.
Demons.
What's up with Twitch?
He's resetting Tailspire.
The demons.
Yeah, the demons.
Yeah, I had to move. When I cover Discord with another window, it cuts the because there's nothing to capture. It covers Discord, so it's not able to capture the cameras anymore. But I just tried to open Tailspire and it's taking a minute. There it goes.
Yeah, I'll definitely want to look at that fireplace once I get my magic going, as well as Kara. But
Yeah, I was about to say, make sure you look at Kara
magic
too.
is if I
Mm-hmm.
use it. Yeah, she'll be right there. So unless she just happens to vanish as soon as I activate the eyes and I clap or whatever, and then she's suddenly gone. I'm just like, oh shit. But as a additional part of detect magic, so I can use an action if we're in combat, but it's an action to basically look and study at a magical body closely, and then get like its study of magic and be like, oh, is it illusionary? Is it transmutive? What is it exactly?
Mhm.
I want to look at that letter that she's supposed to be transporting.
That was my other
that's,
thought.
Yeah. 2 times now where it's like the sealed letter right here. Like,
actually, you know something? Can I do an intimidation check to see if I can get her to force to give me the letter?
The Force, huh?
The Force.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try an intimidation check.
but you can't right now because we're not back to you
Yeah.
guys yet.
Perspective is on the other guys right now.
Okay.
We're gonna get murdered
Oh.
outside.
Then sidebar, I ate a candy that tasted mysteriously like weed, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Oh boy. Here we go.
There we go.
I'm
Okay.
feeling pretty damn good.
This is how I get murdered.
All right.
Mr.
Michael.
Mr. Bojangles is about to.
You let me lead the way, and I'm high.
This is good.
That's why I'm just holding shit in a corner high.
It
Okay.
sounds beautiful.
He's about to start seeing ghosts and
We-
everything
Oh.
else.
I'm not smelling
Like a
sulfur.
ghost
I'm
house?
smelling green.
All
Yeah.
you find is my big feet hanging in a room, murdered by a demon.
Let's
Yo,
go.
fuck that. Where's my sword at? Found it.
All right. So you guys take a step outside and you look to the right and you see there's some logs over by like the base of like where the fireplace would be, like on the outside. You see there's like some like a stack of kind of like bundled sticks. There's a little bucket with water in it. There's some fish that look like they've gone through a process of like being dry aged and they're just like kind of drying. And then there's an overhang right here. And as you walk out, you see in front of you is like a wooded area with some of the trees cut down. There's a couple logs, and there it looks like there's like a little training dummy and some like archery stands with some arrows in them, like someone was practicing at some point in time. But it all looks really worn down. There's a little well and a cart and like a pile of like kind of what can only really be described as like scrap wood, and you have like some hay bales and stuff as well. But there's nothing like super noticeable that you can see from right here.
Who is the strictest?
Damn.
Yo, that's gotta be embarrassing.
What?
No, that's...
My bad.
Fucking Chris.
Who is the strictest?
Yeah, he's watching some BDSM shit.
My bad.
Clue the chat.
Valley Girl BDSM.
Chat, let's go.
God damn it.
Like, oh my god,
Oh, shit.
such a bad boy.
Bigfoot, what do you want to do while we're out here?
Get to step
Um,
in.
I want to go over to the well and just see if there's anything I can see in the
Yeah.
well.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right,
Should we,
yeah, both of you roll a perception check.
Oh, where am I? Where am I? Here I am.
11.
1.
Yo,
Oh,
what the
damn.
shit?
As you guys walk up to the well,
I don't
and
see shit, and I fall into the well.
you you look, and you see the well looks like it's got like clean fresh water in it, and it just looks like a normal well. Doesn't look like it's really been used in a bit, but the water in it does look like it's like relatively clean, implying that whatever water source is like below ground that like this well taps into doesn't appear to have been like contaminated or tampered with in any way.
Sick. Should we check out like this training area?
Yeah.
You walk back over and you start to inspect the targets with the arrows in them, and Annie's, you start inspecting the sword, little training dummy holding a wooden sword. It's kind of T-posing. As you guys are looking them over, you don't really see anything other than the fact that they look like really old, worn down training equipment that just haven't been used in quite some time. Seems like it's been a minute since anyone's actually tried to do anything along the lines of like training.
For sure. My next thing would be to check out that fish rack.
Yeah. Is it old ass fish?
Yeah, we want to see if it's like some rancid shit or if it's like still fresh.
You walk back over towards the door and you look, and you start looking at the fish, and they're not like rotted or rancid or anything. They just look like almost like jerky, basically.
So how old? All right.
Dehydrated, baby. Sun cured.
Well, I don't think there's anything out here.
No, I don't think so.
Let's go back in to the inn.
We can check out those other two rooms.
You guys walk back in and you make your way towards the end of the hallway. We'll say so far about like 6 minutes have passed. Not that much time has passed. You guys did all that looking like relatively quick, and you walk back to the other end of the hallway, and you see two doors, one on the left, one on the right.
Which one?
Oh shit.
Right.
You walk over to the door on the right, and you open it, and you cautiously step in, and you notice it looks like a big kind of like long room with like there's like a bench to the right you could sit on, and it looks like there's like two wells, and there's like some spider webs and cobwebs. Not really spider webs, more like just like a lot of cobwebs. Like no one's been back here in a minute, or no one's like really cleaned back here. But as you walk up, you notice that these look like almost like trash chutes, basically, like kind of like a disposal area.
Can we look down these wells? I just want to see if there's any dead bodies.
Yeah, roll investigation for this one.
Swear to God, if it's another one, I will.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20. Perfect.
Damn, I got a 14.
So you both peer down the wells, and then you switch and you peer down the well that the other one was looking at. So you both look down both of them. And yeah, it just looks to be like a long, not like super long, but decent length chute.
Average.
And there's an average chute, and there's a lot of at the very bottom what looks to be trash, and we'll say Cletus, you pull you reach down and you pick up some like sticks that were kind of scattered on the ground, and you ignite them on the candle that's nearby, and you take the big bundle of sticks that you had, and you kind of like separate it, and you drop them down both holes. And as you guys look down, you see it illuminates, and it just looks like there's just trash down there. Doesn't look like there's anything really of note.
Okay, well, I wasted a nat 20 on that, so...
Hey man.
No, you
gotta
use
check it
that
all.
20 to confirm it's not suspicious.
And there's no dead bodies.
Let's check the shitters.
Oh my God.
All right, so you walk over to the
Maybe
other
they got
door,
dressed like Harry Potter.
unsure what's going to be in here, and as you walk in, you see two sinks, and you both kind of peer around the corners to be greeted with the sight of toilets. You found the restroom.
Shitters!
Yeah,
This is
buddy.
this has got to be the bathroom that Cook said he uses down the hall.
Yeah,
We gotta tell that robot guy that's with us.
and
That's
it's
where
just
the bathrooms are at.
it's
Let
yeah,
us know. Let
they're
us
just
know.
standard bathrooms.
When he
So
goes down there, go get him.
I'd say just about 10 minutes have passed, so you guys make your way back to the other room, the little clubhouse room, and
Just in time.
right as you walk in, he's just finishing everything.
Yep. All right.
But
So with Matt,
the guy nuts and bolts over there wanted to do intimidation, right?
Robot
What's his
fella.
name?
Who you
Robot
gotta
fella.
fucking intimidate?
Sir Clinks a lot. That's your name.
He wants to try to intimidate Kara into
Dumbass.
Open
Yeah.
that letter so we can see what that letter's about.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation
And
check.
we're all together this time.
Yeah, I wanted to wait for them to return to you guys.
Yeah.
What was
Hell
it?
yeah, dude.
Let's see.
You got a
Fucking nat one.
23.
Oh no.
I am as
Failed.
intimidating as a box full of kittens.
A fucking nat one with a +2 modifier, so it's a 3.
He was like, "Hey, how you give me
Can I look at that? Can I look at that letter, please? I just want
Grr.
to see. I just want to see the
Show me
letter
your
again,
water face.
please.
Just reminds me of that I'm just picturing that Giuliano persona where he's just like, no, I like girls.
Yeah, right.
Like that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, that's same.
Yeah,
was I
so
pulling?
you you try to be firm, but at this point, Kara is pretty sure that no one's gonna just haul off and attack her, and you demand that she reveals the letter, and she pulls the letter
Give me
out.
that letter.
So she pulls the letter out, and she looks at you, and she says, "I'm not letting this letter out of my sight. I'm not letting anyone else touch it. It is my job to deliver this letter, and I'm not supposed to let anybody else take hold of it. I can tell you I don't know what's on it, and I can tell you that even if I wanted to, I'm not able to open it. I know for a fact that it has been enchanted to not be able to be opened until I reach my destination. But if it helps put you all at ease, I can let you try." And she sets the letter down on the coffee
Good.
table that's nearby. And
hey
So with my detect magic, can I confirm what she said? Because it's active now, right?
yeah,
Right.
so you turn
It's active
around
now.
and you see the
So-
fireplace was the source of the magic that you were seeing. You never really bothered to
Okay.
look at
Fireplace.
Kara before, but you do look at the letter and you see there's a very powerful
Now I can.
spell. There's a lot of magic on this. If she's telling the truth about this, you're kind of able to confirm yeah, there's some kind of magic placed on this letter, and it's powerful.
Yeah. See a faint
Hmm.
aura around an invisible object. What's the school of magic up on the letter? That's another.
The
or
what?
Detect magic. I can sense the school of magic. The school of magic attached to the letter. Is it what's sealing the letter? What type of magic is it?
Let me see if I can confirm.
That's part of the detect magic.
Yeah.
Learn at school of magic. Just confirm the story.
your audio had cut out for me a little bit, and all I heard was "What's cool, magic?"
At most, what you can see from it is that it just appears to be some form of a protective ward, but you can't really see, you can't really tell too much other than that.
It's just a gold level.
It might mess us
be
up.
abjuration or something. It's possibly abjuration. Still, she was kind of hinting at that a lot. Can I possibly figure out how to open it? I'm a wizard.
You can certainly try. Roll
Okay, right?
roll a DC 15 wisdom, because she invited you all to. She's at this point she's trying to not incriminate herself any further than the fireplace already has, because to her she is adamant that it's a regular fireplace aside from needing a coin to magically start. So she's just trying to not draw any suspicion because she's nervous at how it looks at this point, or how you guys are perceiving her. So go ahead and roll a with, or let's be a wisdom, I believe.
Just wisdom.
Yeah. So
Arcana, no. Wisdom.
yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana. Or no, yeah, actually just click on wisdom. It'll just do a general wisdom. That way it rolls like the d20 or whatever. 17.
17.
Okay, so wisdom.
Are we all gonna do? Are we?
Oh
all
wait,
gonna
no,
do a
that
wisdom
was
check?
that was me that rolled the 17,
I'm
not
not.
him.
You can
Hold on,
22.
I rolled it on his character sheet.
I ain't no goddamn mage.
22.
That's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Oh, so is wisdom on the top then?
Yeah, wisdom's on the top.
No, you.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah, wisdom's on the top at
15.
Okay.
15. Okay, that's
15.
still.
After
that
4
different.
rolls, we got it.
Are we all doing a
I'm
wisdom
trying,
roll?
guys.
I mean, if you all want
No,
to try, it's magically sealed. So unless you're proficient in magic, even if you roll
I'm,
a
I got-
I'm the sussy one. I'm the
I'm
sus
not.
one, so I'm the one that's like, I'm watching it.
So you walk up and you start to try to examine it, but it's very clear that like this protective ward is really, really potent. And as you're trying to figure out if there's a way to open it, you see the wax seal forms into the shape of a book, and then the book closes, and then you see the letter starts to crinkle as you try more and more to like force the seal open. It looks like the letter is like very slowly starting to destroy itself, and Kara
Oh, God.
shouts.
Destroy itself, yeah.
Kara
Alright,
shouts,
so I
"Don't
will-
stop,
I will drop
please!"
it.
And
Yeah, I will
right
drop
as you
it.
stop, it reverts back to normal, and the seal kind of goes back into the little sigil that belongs to
Some Harry Potter
the
shit.
wizard that she is delivering it for, and it goes back to looking normal. And she just lets out a sigh of relief, and then she looks around and says, "Does anyone else want to try, or can I put the letter away? Because I really don't like it being out."
Here's a dumb idea. It's a magical letter, right?
Mm,
And we have a magical fire.
Magically sealed.
oh,
We do have a
no.
magical fire.
I don't
Anybody
think
else
we
want-
should do that.
I don't
You
want
guys,
to burn
have you
a
seen
letter.
that? I mean, you're gonna fucking curse us all. What the fuck? No, I'm good.
It was just a thought.
It's a thought, but I mean, what? That's.
Also, we don't know what's gonna happen if we try and unseal it like
you
that.
You could blow up the whole fucking room. I'm good. I think we
Yeah.
should leave it alone.
Just put the letter away, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I
she
dropped it.
Like, I'm not
puts.
trying to die today.
She thanks you, and she grabs the
Can you-
letter and she
actually, can you
carefully
look-
stuffs it into her bag. What?
I was gonna say,
Can
I
I
was
do
gonna I was gonna ask our warlock friend. Can you actually look at Kiara with your magical eyes and see if there's anything emanating from her?
Yeah, I wanted to look at her.
Yeah.
At her
Just for
specifically.
sure.
So as
Her
she's putting it
specifically.
away, the only magical glow you can see is coming from the letter. There's nothing emanating off of her that would indicate anything
Really?
other
So
than the fact that
no-
she's like a bard, so she has like a faint aura,
Yes, and
but
nothing.
there's
Yeah,
nothing
it's like
around
a
her.
musical aura.
Yeah, there's no
Colorful
like
aura.
there's nothing that shows like any signs of her being controlled by anything, uh,
Or
or
being
any.
stalked by something.
Yeah, or there's not like something. You take a look around the room just to be certain, and I'll
Yeah,
say
I still
you
got
even
my magic sword, so.
I'll say you even walk over to the doorway and you look back at her because you don't see anything, and you ask her if she smells sulfur still, and she nods yes, and you poke your head out the door and you look down the hall both directions, and you don't see anything out there either.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So, spoiler alert, I might be wrong with my hypothesis. She's not magical in any way besides the bard that she is. but not even the smell of sulfur being magical either. It's just I thought there might be something like stalking us or watching her. There could still be something far away, but
No.
not immediate. She still smells the sulfur.
I mean,
The
we
only thing
barely
magical that
investigated upstairs.
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah,
real
we
quick,
still got 2 more
I
rooms.
still have my eyes on. I can still look at the
There's
grandma.
Yeah, if you want to head upstairs
She's or
before
whatnot.
before
Yeah.
it runs out, we can do that.
Yeah, because I
Me
think we
and-
explored
Alright,
downstairs
go.
quite a bit.
Yeah, me and Cletus didn't find anything. We found the bathrooms the guy was talking
Yeah.
about.
The shitters.
There's nothing in there.
Not even a poop.
Actually,
Not
you know
even a
something?
poop.
When you go upstairs to check on the grandma, check on that hole that's in her
Who wants to
room,
go
too.
with them?
Alright,
I
I'll
thought
go.
we were all going.
I say all of us.
Yeah,
right?
let's just all go.
Yeah,
Duh.
All go. Let's go.
Field trip.
Yeah, we might as well go.
Yeah. Field
That's what
trip
I kinda
for
figured.
People.
Ain't
Alright.
nothing down here.
There
Trying
ain't
to
shit but a goddamn chef we can go beat up.
And a
And a
weird
ma-
fire. What is up with
Yeah.
this fire?
He's
and
a
a magical
ghost, so
fireplace.
You know, 2v, 5v1.
is my sword made out of iron?
We don't have 1v1s around here. Not around here, partner.
Not in this campaign.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Wap got. Yeah, see, because if you look at the elevation that I have it at, when I set a character down, it's just like, whoop.
That's awesome.
They just go forever. Goodbye.
That's what the old lady did, and I was like, hold up.
Okay, so
Oh my god, just grab the guy. Why you keep dropping it?
Grab the
the
guy.
thing that we learned from that fireplace was just that Kara seems completely immune to magical fire.
Could be that fucking butter.
Or not completely immune, but really resilient.
I have a theory.
What
A
is
game
that?
theory?
Yeah, a game theory.
A
Well,
game theory.
Yeah, dude.
Do
War of the
share, we are
monsters. The
What's your
reason,
theory?
the reason she smells sulfur is because of us.
So,
that maybe one
Oh
of us.
no.
Well,
Did
it would be
you-
all of us because none of us can smell the sulfur,
that-
but she smells it around us.
But that's why she was suspicious of me too, because she didn't smell it until
We're all dead.
of us were in the room with the grandma.
she
think
also
we're all
didn't
dead.
smell it
And
till
she
you guys
added
went
to it.
upstairs. You guys did split into groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, she kept smelling it even when
So-
she was away from me the second time after.
Well, I mean, we were all in this. We were all in the tavern together when we first started, and she didn't say anything.
Yeah,
about
and
it,
she
so-
didn't
She's-
smell
Yeah.
it until we got upstairs.
She said she
I
didn't
think it's
smell it until
grandma.
you wandered upstairs.
I'm nervous about that grandma.
Yeah, Grandma's
kill her.
green.
Yeah, that's
Gonna
not,
have
that's,
to-
that's,
Oh,
So
that's why I wanted to
shit.
look at the grandma.
Are you guys just beelining it to her room, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
she said we can come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
we could
I got much
be
more
like,
time
hey,
on my
Granny,
detect
we're gonna
magic
come
time.
back in real quick and talk to you.
All right.
Knock,
So-
knock, Granny.
You walk up and you knock on the door, and she says, "Yes, come in." And so you walk in, and you do all of you go in, or
Yes.
okay?
Well, yeah,
Definitely me.
Why are you speaking for me, bro?
yeah. I was gonna say at least somebody. If nobody wants to all go in, we can do.
I'm
it.
a stand guard
All right.
All right.
at the entrance.
I'll
Just
stand
'cause
guard
it's
with
open
you
thing.
so that we don't. I don't want you to get murked standing outside by yourself.
Yeah, because remember that chef said that he smelled sulfur for an hour and then he stopped smelling it. And for all we know, that's when he died.
All right. So 2 stand guard.
hmm
All right.
Oh, where's that old lady? Is she still on the desk? Yeah, there she is.
Jeez, God.
Just chilling on
I'm
the
like,
bench.
hold up. I didn't move her. She can't move on her own. Tailspire's haunted. So you walk in, and she's still sitting in her chair. She sets her book down. She says, "What can I help you with, dears?" And as you look over at her, you see no magical aura.
Nothing.
Nothing. You look over at her bed.
Okay.
Just
You
wait.
look over at the hole near her bed. Nothing.
Nothing. not through the wall that had the holes that we. Like I can look through the walls to detect magic, so I
Yeah.
have to like look down, but no senses through there or anything.
Yeah, you don't see
Uh,
anything. No magic around.
yeah, so I look to the others and I just shake my hand and go, nope, nothing. She's not euphorial like the other guy downstairs.
We just want to come say hi.
Yeah, deuces.
Carol,
Let's go explore
Do
the
you know
rest of the
anything
top.
about the fireplace? Do you know anything about the fireplace down here? I know you live here, you don't work here, but do you know anything about the fireplace in the club room?
Oh
lounge
yes,
downstairs?
it's such a lovely fireplace. Actually, it used to be one of our main attractions. A young spell slinger of some sort, a warlock or a wizard, I can't remember. He came and the tavern owner, before he fled with everybody else, I'm not sure if he wanted to go investigate, but he was kind of a coward. But they hired him to build an attraction or something to try to drum up business as it started to get a little slow some time ago, and so he enchanted the fireplace to have this fancy little riddle, and if you solved it, you could toss. Uh, let me ask, did you solve the riddle?
Yes, we did.
Yes,
Yeah.
Queen.
Okay, I didn't want to give you any spoilers because it truly is a hoot. Uh, when you flick in the coin, the fireplace lights up and it uh, stays lit for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and it customers used to love to come in and bring their kids and they'd stay in the rooms and just feel like a regular person could feel like they were a sorcerer. Kids would play like they were casting a fireball or something, and they'd throw the
Yeah.
coin. It truly is a great little attraction.
Has there been any abnormal activities, like were customers ever complaining that the fire was too bright, too hot, or were some people just completely immune to it in some way?
Most people seem to say it was normal. I never heard of too many complaints. I, for one, it's a little too warm
Huh.
for my liking, and I know a few others that uh, used to reside here. They stayed initially with me and the chef, but they have long since abandoned. They gave up hope and were tired of sticking around this empty old tavern, so they left. But uh, yeah, there were a few of us that all thought it felt a little bit hotter than a typical fire, but it wasn't a common complaint. I chalked it up to just getting old.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now by that information it makes it seem like Kara was correct, and we are all the ones kind of on the off putting there. Maybe. But I'm looking at everyone else. They're not the same thing, right? As Kara, like they're not like enchanted anyway when I'm looking at them too, and myself, my own hands.
Yeah, you don't see any kind of a glow or any traces of magic beyond what you would normally see.
Okay. Now I'm like stumped. I feel like I took a step back now, and it's like, nah, I'm not sure. I mean, we can still examine other rooms more closely while I still have a few minutes left to detect magic, but at this point,
Mhm.
because it has a 30-foot radius around me, I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything else other than the fireplace
The
and
only area you can't really
a
see
letter
super clearly
and the ghost.
is the back room, the room at the end of the hallway in the back, because it's kind of like further back.
Yeah.
So that's like the only one that you can't really see super clear.
Let's go
Well, I
check
still
out the
have time. Can
back room.
what?
I said, let's
Yeah, I
go
would
check
say
out the
we always
back
still have
room.
time. Yeah, always still have time. Yeah, just to make sure because we've looked almost everywhere in this house.
I mean, Have we thought about just going up? This is an aside. Have we thought about just going up to the chef ghost and saying, "Hey, yo, you're a ghost"?
I brought that up. Yeah, we brought that up as a possible option. I'm just like,
Then
something happened,
you
man.
guys decided to go upstairs and
We decided to go upstairs.
instead of go talk to the chef, because you guys originally said you wanted to talk to the chef, but then you changed it to wanting to go upstairs to see if you could see magic on the old woman.
Yeah. So we could still do that, but just to confirm, we can go down the room. I think we're missing. Yeah, we're missing.
Yeah, you haven't gone into any of the rooms up top. You can see clearly into all of them, but there's so many walls between you and the back room that's the only one that
The only
you have
one that's, like,
a little
kind of
more trouble
still there.
seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go towards that direction real quick just to make sure that there actually is no more magical presence that I can sense anyway in this tavern. And if it's still negative, then we will go back to old-fashioned investigation or even just intimidating or interrogating the chef.
All right. So you guys decide to you say your thank yous and goodbyes to the old woman, and you make your way back down the hall, and you start to approach because you're mostly suspicious of the back room because it's just the one that you had the hardest time seeing. And as you get closer, you do see a slight growing aura, like a little ball of magic energy that is just kind of growing, and it looks like it's kind of like off to the right. And the closer you get to the door, the more it starts to get a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. And
so I'm gonna tap the shoulders of everyone and just be like, I'm pointing directly at it through the wall and just be like, there's a spherical shape right there. Just a heads up, spherical shape right there. I'm pointing at it through the wall. Like I can't see it, but I can point where.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, beware of that spot. I can see it in case it goes out.
And he's pointing the way I have his character pointing the dagger on the map.
Right there.
Or wand, not dagger.
Yeah, that's what I can. There's something right there.
Well, let's kick the door down.
You want to kick it down?
No, we can just open it. If it's locked, then I'll do a strength check. We'll kick it down.
Who's going in first?
Fuck it, I will.
I will say,
me.
because I'm a rogue, I do have a crowbar just in case.
Yeah, that's also true too. To make it a bit more.
So you walk forward. The door swings right open. And just as you guys start to step into the room, your detect magic spell wears off for the second time.
Damn it.
The last thing
so everyone knows it's in that general direction.
Yeah, the last thing you saw was a large mass of magic energy. And you guys start to make your way in. Still a little wary of Kara, but you guys feel a little more like you can trust her after everything the old woman had said. So you walk into the room, and Kara.
The orb was getting bigger.
Yeah, like that. It looked like it was getting more dense. Like the magic energy that you were seeing was getting more dense as you were getting closer.
Sorry, I'm just trying to clarify. So is it getting more dense because we were walking closer, or was it just getting dense because it was actually growing in power? That's what I'm just trying to clarify here.
It was starting to, like, as you got closer, it was starting to kind of like pulsate, and once you got like closer to where like there was less obstruction, because like the way that the room is positioned, you have when you went around the corner, there were still like two walls that were going to be making
it was literally a vision thing. Okay.
Yeah, so once you got like closer, those two walls that were a problem were not there, and you only had like one and a half wall that you was like separating you.
Okay, I was making sure it wasn't like, because I was thinking like, oh, is it like a trap that's like starting to resonate because we're getting closer and closer, or is it just because I'm getting closer I can see it clearer? That's all I was just trying to clarify. Okay.
But you did start to see kind of like a pulsating
Yeah, so it is like almost like sentient, almost, or like it is alive in some way.
Yeah, it is
So
definitely. It's not
it
just
is
like an enchanted item. It is like something that it has
something that's
magic.
pulsing.
So you guys
Alright.
walk into the room, and doesn't
I
really
warned them
seem
about that. Like it does it pulsing.
doesn't really seem to be any torches or anything lit up in this room. And you start to kind of walk over, and then right as you guys make your way into the room, you all look in the direction that you saw the magic.
What I pointed at, yeah.
Yeah, and then let me do this. Actually, let's just do this. Oh, that's not going to work. I need to go out of build mode. Okay, let me go back into build mode real quick and put some lights here. Or maybe I could just take the lights away for now.
If you guys spot any torches or braziers on the wall that are unlit, I have firebolt. I can just point in the direction, light them up for you. Light them up.
Oh yeah.
Like a
And as you
ghost
guys walk into the room, you see. Hold on.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
As you walk into the room, you see tucked into the corner of the room this large mass of, normally it's red, a giant red body of ooze. As you are looking at this giant body, and you're all just kind of like taken aback, and now things are starting to kind of like click a little bit. I'm just gonna put some torches down to,
Light it up a bit.
yeah.
For us, the people, to see.
So these torches normally aren't here, but just trying to get it more light.
Yeah, add some lighting.
setting the mood.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So as you all walk into the room, you see, oh my god, not that button, Jesus Christ. You all look and you kind of take a step back, and you see this giant mass of red ooze tucked into the corner, and you see it kind of like just pulsating. And as you all kind of take a step back, kind of like now very much on guard, Kara has a look of like pretty much terror on her face because she recognizes what type of creature this is, and you just
What is it, bitch?
hear her utter the name Ublex, and
Ooh, legs.
Whoever has her staff and loot, just give it back to her right now.
Oh, here you go.
so you
Clink, clink.
toss her weapons back over to her, and at this point the giant ooze starts to stir a reaction in each of you, and once your eyes kind of like adjust, Kara takes not really a step forward, but or not back, but like kind of towards the monster, but almost away from you. And she looks and she can see that there are these tendrils that are coming out of the creature. There are 6 tendrils that are coming out of the creature. One seems to be going through a hole in the wall out towards the area that you just had come from. And the other tendrils, as Kara turns and looks, and shock and horror appears on her face as she sees each of the tendrils are tracing back to each and every one of you, connecting to a different spot somewhere on the back of each of you.
Oh shit.
Oh shit,
Oh, what the
dude.
fuck is this? What is it?
So
What is
literally,
it?
We're the
Hey,
ooze.
we are the connected. We are the.
I was right.
So
Yeah.
at this
This
moment,
body here.
all
I'm a
of you,
goddamn genius.
at this moment, all of you notice the tendrils, and you're all shocked because you didn't notice them before. And you all start to kind of like feel around, and as each of you like feel around your backs, you can feel where the tendril is just connected to the back side of you. And at that moment, the Ublex grabs Kara with telekinesis. And can I like pick you up, please? And lifts her up into the air. Oh my god, too much. Too
Is Chris
much.
just gone? He's been gone for a bit.
I think he's there. I think he's just laying down in his chair.
He might have
No,
fallen.
I'm here.
He's there.
Oh, okay.
So dark,
Yeah, he's just laying down in
mysterious.
his chair.
I thought you were just
heard
like,
him earlier.
I thought you were gone.
No, I'm still
Um, and at this moment, Kara's lifted up into the air, and her lute and her staff drop to the ground, and she's struggling to break free of this telekinesis that is happening. And
So, can I clarify?
yeah,
The one that's going through the holes, is that. Are we assuming it's attached to the old lady? Is that.
the one that's going through the holes is most likely going to the old woman, yes.
I fucking knew those holes. I knew those stupid holes.
The weird thing is, detect magic didn't sense them at all. That's the strange thing. So it's not magical in nature. I guess it's just organic.
So, what I can give a little more explanation onto how this all fits together, but for right now, you all still seem to have
Control ourselves.
control and sanity.
I mean, we're fighting it for sure.
So what do you all do?
What any good wizard would do? Magic missile that thing.
So
But do we have to roll for initiative, or is that?
Can we try to take
start?
the things out of our backs and shit?
before you can make any moves, including rolling for initiative, you all need to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh,
Damn.
fuck.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh,
20.
yes.
16.
3.
Oh, I see a 3.
Oh, no.
I'm fucked.
We're missing 1, I think.
12.
2, right? Yeah.
Sorry, wrong one.
I guess Kara.
He's rolling the correct one here in a second.
No, I think Kara's like 2-8. She's in telekinesis.
I want a mulligan.
Nope.
Fucking 3.
I'm just waiting for.
Hold on, which one are we doing?
Wisdom save.
Fuck.
Wisdom
It should be
save.
at the top. It should say saving throws. It's
He's-
in like that box of 6.
He's on his app.
Yeah. Top
Yeah.
left. Top left for me anyway.
Yeah, not top right.
That would be me.
So on the app,
Oh, my saving throws are down here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got fucking distracted. 11.
All right. So
God.
Oh, I'm boned.
Fucking shit.
as you all get ready to move into action and prepare to do something, Cletus Sir Clinks-a-Lot, and Roy Rogers. You all just kind of go limp, and then your body
Oh shit.
keeps its shape, but becomes a translucent red goo, still in the shape of your body. And then you all kind of like reanimate back up, and you face Kara,
Oh, PvP.
weapons ready.
Super weird. All right.
PvP. Let's go.
Well, why are you all gooey? Gross and gooey.
Now, for the other two, depending on what you want to do, will determine if we have you guys roll for initiative or not.
Ooh,
I want to.
what we want.
So, okay. If I'm looking at the three that just went all gooey, right? Do they still have the tendril attached? Is that gooey?
Yeah, the tendrils, everything is like this translucent red goo that is
goo
all
man.
stemming from this giant mass that has like there's like skulls and other bones and stuff inside the big writhing red mass inside the obelix. And
I want to try and pull it out of one of them.
go ahead and let's say
I don't know. Who's closest to me right now? Who's gooey?
closest to you is going to be Clink.
Clink.
Clinkers. But you're gonna need to, for something this specific, you're gonna need to roll an Arcana and a performance for me.
Okay.
Arcana performance.
Where's Arcana?
That's where the A's are at.
Arcana's 15.
Nice.
Oh, performance is 7.
I mean,
So
that's
you run over and you lunge behind over this way. How do you want to try to pull the tendril out?
I want.
Try to grab it and pull it, or you gonna try to cut it? Like,
I'm gonna try and grab it and pull it.
you reach out and you try to grab onto the tendril, and as you grab, your hands kind of just squish into it as if it was like jello, and it just, as you keep trying to do it, your arms and hands keep kind of going through it, and it just keeps reforming, and you
Oh, you gooey bitch.
take a step back. Is there any other
so not physical.
Not
method you want to
physical.
try?
So how many? Okay, so how many people are gooed up right now?
Three.
Three
Of
of us.
us.
Three.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kara's
Magic
levitating.
Missile.
You
Okay,
said what?
so the three that are gooed up, magic missile, one dart on each of the tendrils, like right on the part where it's not like right on their necks. I don't want to hit them, but like where it's clearly like attached to each one of them, like one dart, bam, 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 force magic. Because physically, you're sinking into it, but maybe you need force magic to help release that connection. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do magic. I would like to do magic missile and then bam, bam, bam on each of the three goo cords, the tendrils.
Gotcha. Go ahead and now at this moment, the two of you that are not
Gooey.
gooey, go ahead and roll for incentive.
Roll for
God
what?
damn
That's
it.
it.
Holy shit.
Roll for
Jesus fucking Christ, initiative. My brain kept wanting to say incentive. Like, what the fuck is this, a work bonus? Like, yeah, you guys,
Yes.
you rolled 18s.
Damn.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
you got some fucking $5 Starbucks gift cards.
I got crit 20, not 20.
Nice.
Jeez.
Or 22, I guess.
Not 20. Yeah.
Do we get to control our gooey guys?
You guys are unable to
Damn it!
do anything.
You're good, bro.
So
We got goop.
But that's what we're trying to.
I'm
that's what we're
waiting on
trying to figure
your
out.
initiative still. Big feet.
Oh, my initiative. Boop.
I'm gonna play Dragon Ball.
18.
18. All right,
Nice.
let's see here.
Let's see what that gets.
All right, so you reach forward and you throw out the darts, and you send out the magic darts, and they all hit their mark right where you wanted them to. Actually, yeah, because I can't even have you do hit DC because you're not attacking the Ublex itself. So you
Also, it's magic missile. Can't miss.
yeah. I was just trying to think like if there was a way to zhuzh it up a little bit if you got like a high roll. Be fun. But so you shoot them out, and right when they all connect simultaneously, and right as they all connect, the Ublex kind of shrieks, and like you see it kind of malform a little bit,
Spawn.
and the tendrils all quiver, and as this happens, instantly all 5 of you drop to your knees and start
Fuck.
yelling out in pain, and all 5 of you take 5 points of psychic damage.
God
God.
damn.
Oh.
We don't even have that much.
No, man.
I'm down to 3.
I'm down to 5.
Jeez.
I got
That's
7.
8. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Getting bodied in the haunted
What?
house tonight.
Okay, we took damage. Are they still red ooze, or are they back to normal though?
Oh, someone's up.
Someone dropped.
It was Chris.
They are still all red ooze. I would imagine
Damn
he
it.
probably fell asleep. They are still all ooze, and now at this moment, the Ublex, Oblex, probably Oblex, because it's 1-0, kind of puffs up a little bit and just lets out this loud gurgling noise, and each of the tendrils has like an influx, almost looking like a hose that has like extra liquid and goo kind of pumping through it, and you see each of them double in thickness coming back to each of you. And
Ooh.
as this happens, both you and Annie's big feet kind of end up like thrusting your like head back, like arching your backs, kinda, and you both as well malform into these gooey former states of yourselves.
Darn.
Fuck, man.
That's not good.
So from this point on,
Game
do you
over.
see
We're goop.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
moment,
we're all good. We're all
at
good.
this moment, the Ublex, you see another tendril kind of come forward, and it goes up, and then it jams itself right into. It kind of jams itself like right into her front, and then you see like the tendril and the goo kind of encompass her whole body, and then it moves, and now it's like sticking out of like right between her shoulder blades, and the tendril is like going underneath her, and at that moment, she is lowered back down to the floor, and all of your red forms are now. You're all kind of starting to look back normal again.
Damn it, we should
And
have tried something with fire.
What the fuck just
The
happened?
fire's too hot.
And as
Fire and light.
she drops back down, she turns and looks at each of you, and you all, without saying a word to each other, make your way back out to the front of the tavern, where you start to kind of just stand and have conversation outside the front door, much like your group initially was when Kara had first approached. I don't know where all you guys are going. What's going on
Waiting
with
for
this?
the unsuspecting 7th victim to come by.
Oh my goodness.
We should have done something with the fire.
It's literally like
Yeah,
not
that was the
letting me
cue, I
move.
realized.
I realized that was the cue.
In hindsight, I was thinking because 3 of people were tendrilled, I thought, oh, because you physically tried to grab it, but you went through it. I was thinking, oh, what if I can simultaneously cut the cords at the same time with force magic, and then hopefully that could sever the connection. We can fight it all 5 of them against 1. But yeah, the cue was because we were the ones possessed the whole time. We have the tendrils because therefore we were weak to fire.
When did we get possessed?
And
With the
So-
old
But
lady.
he was at the very end. The very end, he just said that we're gonna be at the front of the tavern, just like we were at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
That basically means at the beginning of the session we were already possessed. Kara was the one outlier.
But Kara didn't start
were-
smelling the
we-
sulfur until we went into the ladies' room.
So
Into the ladies' room, but that was because we were right near it. Remember that back room was right near her room.
the reason Kara was unable to smell anything, wait, hold on, I'm missing somebody. Who's not out there? Oh, get out
Because
there,
then, as
Kara.
soon as she was around us all the time, we smelled like sulfur.
But she was around you guys before and didn't smell it. It wasn't until she walked
Yeah.
up the stairs, and at that moment, she started smelling the
'Cause we were
sulfur
close enough.
because
Because we were close enough to it.
at that moment it tried to charm her, and I rolled privately to see if the charm worked, and it didn't. So
Okay.
she, by the grace of God, it's supposed to be an auto fail, but I thought, well, let's see if she rolls like a 18 or higher, it'll be fine. She rolled a fucking 19, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to work that in somehow because she's supposed to like not have any clue that there's a monster. But
Okay.
the reason why she
So-
couldn't get near, or why she could get near the fire, is because you were all basically
we were
ooze,
centralized the whole time.
and at
That's
that
the twist
moment,
of the war session is that we were. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Ublex,
I'll let you do it. Sorry.
they have no, you're good. They have a very, very susceptible vulnerability to fire, and so it was a even like the old woman said,
Yeah.
it was a regular fireplace that was just a little gimmick to try to drum up business.
Yeah, that's why that's why I pulled back and I'm like, okay, so she's not because I was thinking like maybe the Kara is the demon or she's possessed
Yeah.
by a demon. That's why she's resistant to fire. But your cue to us was basically it could be the flip though. Maybe you guys,
Yeah.
but then I wasn't quite understanding that. But we're just in this though. I don't understand why it's us. But that's also why it ties into like, oh, no session 0, no introductions because hey, it's kind of like not quite like Groundhog Day, but hey, you're just repeating the process of just getting them, like you're
Break the
unwittingly
cycle.
accidentally getting the next victim, then yeah, the next person to feed on.
There
Yes,
is
Michael.
I was right.
there is a epilogue that can be played out, which plays out how your characters come to be in the tavern, and essentially the reason why the Warforged is even able to be controlled is because it wasn't a Warforged originally. It was probably just like a variant human. And when everything happened and you guys were accosted by this Oblex, the body of that specific character was damaged a little too much, so it did what it could to try to recreate a body as inconspicuous as possible. And the reason why you couldn't see any of the magic is because
Blind.
I was myself.
You were blind.
No, it's because I would be outing myself. Because if we have to assume the assumption that it's an unreliable narrator, right? So we are also the bad guys in this, but we didn't realize it. If I could sense that magic, I would be outing myself, and I can't do that.
You
The
are all
unreliable
just
narrator, but yeah, at the same time, I was able
We're
to
just
find the
puppets.
you're all just extensions
Yeah, we are
of the Oblex, and the Oblex
of the bad guy.
is like it'll let you guys do your skills and do things that you could do, but it can the drop of a dime limit it. And the reason why it's able to be so powerful is this is an elder Oblex, something that's designed for
Mhm.
characters typically like level 15 to 18
Shit.
to
Yeah.
take
Damn.
on.
Fuck.
It's
So
it's a
we were not
very
winning that one.
it's
No,
a
we weren't
very
winning that
high
one.
combat rated monster. it it where let me see here. I have let me edit this thing.
God damn.
Elder Oblex. This one.
So yeah, even if we did attack it with fire, maybe that could have freed us, but we wouldn't have been able to beat it probably.
No.
Yeah, the
It would have
most
found a way to re-attack itself.
the most you could have
If
done
anything.
in this situation is helped Kara escape. Is the only other outcome that
Right.
was possible here.
Mhm. So she can deliver the letter and warn people.
Well, she ain't delivering
Oh.
no letters.
And the letter
Nope.
still is it's unknown what was even in the letter to begin with. The Elder Oblex, all it wants to do is just lure people into this tavern
Yeah,
or
and get
wherever
more
it
and more.
sets up,
And feed.
and it eats memories, and that's all it wants to do. And so it's just trying to lure people in over and over again. And if Kara got away, then it would you guys would just go stand out front and wait
So-
for another
Yep. The next person.
So
passerby.
was that old lady one of the three people then?
That old lady was someone that used to work in the tavern. She was someone that refused to leave, much like the chef, whose name is Jasper. You guys didn't even ask his fucking name. um,
Oh, Jasper.
his name
Oh,
is
Jasper.
Jasper,
We're pieces of
and
shit.
he so the old lady, if you did get suspicious of her and go aggressive, and you attacked her, what would have happened is Kara would have seen that the old woman collapsed into a pile of red jelly on the ground. But to everybody else, you would have just seen the old woman disappear. You wouldn't have seen the jelly left over on the ground. And
Interesting.
the tendril, out of from intent from the Elder Oblex, is keeping all the tendrils. All the tendrils are kept invisible to anyone that they're tethered to because it needs you all to act as believable as possible. Without like it tries to be as hands on or as hands off as possible. And the chef was someone that did die here and was dead before the memories could be eaten. And that's why the memories are kind of
And
like
that's why he was
fuzzy too, because it doesn't have all the memories. And so he was definitely a ghost. And if you did go back in to intimidate him, he would have freaked out more, and he would have said there's something along the lines of there's something upstairs, something I won't go back up and ever look at again. I can feel it. It's staring at me right now. And that's because all of you are looking at him. He knows what you are, and he's trying to stay away from you as much as possible. That's why he wouldn't touch you. That's why he was so scared, because he knew that all
So
of
he-
you were just
Oh God, we knew.
part of this creature that has taken up residence in the master bedroom.
so frightened that he. So Kara never met him.
Yeah. So he
I didn't
only
meet him
saw
either.
the three of you guys go inside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was just
I
like,
was just
"Fuck."
thinking too, like, oh, when he would have tried to help Kara, but Kara was never there.
Yeah.
It was only us. It was only the monster.
Normally, you guys would stick together, and there would have been like a little bit of an interaction there, and he would have tried to do something to drop a hint or something to warn her. But because you split the party,
Yeah.
like effective immediately, and that was how the encounter happened. And then when you went back to go talk to him, only
when
one
I
of you went back
attacked,
in the
yeah,
room.
It was just me and another guy.
So
Yeah.
it was
Yep.
just like
Fuck.
he had no idea that there was another normal person in there. He thought any second it's finally going to get fed up with me and it's just going to take me out for good. Because it's a highly strong telekinetic being. It can do some of the things the Elder Obelix can do. Is it can do each day it can cast these 3 different times. It can cast telekinesis 3 times a day, hypnotic pattern 3 times a day, dominate person 3 times a day, dimension door 3 times a day. It can charm a person as a 5th level spell at will, and it can use detect thoughts at will. It has psionics spellcasting, which require no spell components, and which means that it requires no spell components when casting spells and using intelligence as a spellcasting ability. And then it learns all the languages of anyone's that's memories it's consumed.
Is
And
Evan seeking?
Huh?
Evan
Oh,
was
there he is.
speaking.
basically
Oh,
it's
Turned into ooze.
it can't take too much damage, but it can dish out so much damage, and it can do so many lethal things in such
Glass cannon.
a quick it's such a quick moment.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you guys can really, like, all of you have fire swords and started going at it, there's
Yeah.
no chance that it
This is the part where if I'm playing Baldur's Gate, I just reload an old save, and I'm just gonna go, you know what? Control my character. I'm just gonna use my Dragonborn Fire Breath on the entire fucking ceiling around the damn thing, bring the entire tavern down in fire around it, and be like, Carrot, get the hell out.
so at that moment
But
that might
hindsight's
have
2020.
that might have worked, because the reason I had you guys do the save before I had you roll any initiative or anything is because in order to maintain your own free will just for a brief moment,
Just a brief moment.
it determines if you could resist it or not. So when 3 of you failed, you just
That was
became the
That was
obvious
it.
puppets.
literally a mechanic
done.
in Baldur's Gate 3. That was a part in Baldur's Gate 3 actually as well. There's 5 enemies that were possessed wearing these cursed masks, and while you're fighting them, they had to roll wisdom saves. If they succeeded their save, it didn't attack you. If they failed, they did.
Yeah,
So
it's
that was
exactly
actually
that.
very in line. Yep. God.
You could have tried to attack the chef as well. The chef is very strong.
Oh,
You probably could
good.
have beat it, but
It's a ghost like being.
it typically is something that like level 6, level 7 characters would fight. But he wouldn't have tried to kill anybody. He would have just only tried to defend himself, and
Yeah.
he was unaware of any
And
weakness.
if we did,
anyways.
And if we did, that would have been your excuse for him to actually like run and fly away towards Kara on accident, and then drop a hint real quick before he flew away or something.
Yeah, he would have just sprint out and be like, seen her and be like, "You need to go." And if you did destroy the letter, Carriage would have gotten mad. There was no fail
I remember
save.
you mentioning, I think yesterday, that if depending on how we play this, you could bring a character back, and I think if we'd saved Kara, she would have been some character coming back with a letter, with like looking at, like feeling like PTSD traumatized. But like, I'm just dealing this letter, and then I'm getting the hell out. I'm just gonna find a cabin in the middle of nowhere. But we didn't save her, so.
So even with
No.
her not being saved, there is always the chance that down the road in the future, once you guys are like higher level, because even the entirety of the
We
Lost
happen
Mines of
to-
Phandelver campaign is not going to get you up strong enough. But I can always,
We
at
save
any point in
ourselves.
the future, I can go in and I can we can just have you guys like stumble across the town and then also this tavern, and you guys can come in here with your beefy characters that you play on the normal campaigns,
Yeah, and it would be abandoned.
and you would see a group of people out front, and in this case you would probably see Kara there too, and you guys would not know who they are, and if you were able to
Hello, strangers.
kill the Obelix, which at that point in time it would still be tough but doable, and also there'd be way more knowledge, like character knowledge, so you might even be able to just like go in and pick up on that right away,
Character knowledge, fourth wall knowledge. Yep.
because
Oh my God, I'd love to take
you'd
both
be able
those
to smell the
swords right now.
sulfur too, because that's the other thing is the Oblex, the sulfur smell. Sulfur is distinct distinctly related to ooze creatures. All ooze creatures
okay.
give off a very strong odor of sulfur. But
Okay.
My poor
I thought
bard
sulfur
character.
was-
so these characters could live again in the future potentially. It just depends on how the Ublex is killed, if an
Dealt with or
encounter
handled,
ever happens. Because if it's just if it's like just light the whole fucking tavern on fire, your characters probably aren't going to live that, and everyone that is in there is probably going to
No,
die.
but Kara could live.
Kara
Yeah.
could live,
Oh, I'd love to bring Balthazar through this
right?
thing.
It would be
It'd
sometime
be
before he's strong
fucked
enough.
up good.
Nah.
Well,
If I actually did do what I said, and then another campaign, your characters come by later on, and then you just see just a pile of ash where their
Yeah.
tavern was, to be like, oh, remember that time that the fourth wall, like, oh shit.
but will the old
What
lady
happened
still
here?
be
Oh, some
alive by the
fire. I don't
time
know.
we? Will the old lady still be alive?
She's just like floating there like a game error bug. She's just floating there. Oh, hello. But she's just looking down, her head all cranked up. Like, what the hell?
So typically the
That was really fun.
the sulfurous
Yeah.
impersonations are typically the character or the individual that's impersonating is typically already dead, and it's using the memories to form the impersonation. But
Mhm.
I think it's more fun to have that thought in the back of your heads of like these characters. If I ever did want to like continue to use this character, it like at some point in time could be brought in at any point, and maybe if some of you don't care about the character that you use on this little run, then we can kill that off and replace it with some random person, and then
Yeah.
other than that, the hard thing with coming back in and freeing the characters would be separating player knowledge from character knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna, hey, don't tell the DM, but I'm just gonna happen to stack all these fire bombs with me. No reason for whatsoever. I'm just gonna happen to do that. Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
what you mean.
I'm gonna ready all my
I-
fire spells.
To be, yeah, I will say I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Your actual name.
My name?
Yeah, your name.
Jacob.
Jacob, not Jason.
How could you forget Ted's name like that? God damn it!
Yeah, Jacoby.
I mean,
So
come on, leave Jackson alone, okay? Like,
yeah,
Oh, come on. It's Yakov.
I didn't want to bring up while we were actually playing, but you definitely couldn't have magic missiled. You were out of spell slots.
No.
You-
Detect Missile is a ritual spell.
Is it?
Wizards, when they cast ritual spells, they don't cost a spell slot. If I take the full 10 minutes, which is what we did. the
Oh,
full
you
10
did it
minutes
as a
for the
ritual.
work, as a ritual, it wouldn't count as a
Yeah.
spell slot.
Okay. I didn't realize you had it on a ritual. I was just like, you were definitely out. Why do you have catapult?
You never
They throw a
know.
motherfucker at another motherfucker.
Send me into the
Hey,
ooze.
I was just told yesterday, make a character, and I'm just like, murder mystery, alright, detect magic, fuck it, catapult, just in case we need to. I could have used that to flank her out of the building, just in case.
Kara,
No.
run!
These are fucking
Oh,
Broken
God.
legs better
Alright,
than a dead
hey,
brain.
We're gonna die, but you can spell spend the message. And then she just dies from the gravity on accident. Like, I tried.
Yeah, what's fun too is like this could be something that'd be fun to run with like other people, and even if someone's already ran it before, like someone else
Yeah.
could take the reins as DM or something, or
Yeah, get one. Yeah, rerun the campaign with like only one person who's played it before, and on the note that they cannot reveal any knowledge, so they're the one person on the inside being like, I just want to have some fun too. What if I help distract these guys? 'Cause
Or
I'm
even-
playing the villain too on the inside.
they could even like help the DM out by being like, "Hey, we haven't checked the fireplace yet. We should go. Like, we didn't check that room over there. We should
Yeah.
go over there." And that was like the whole point of like having Kara go out and like walk to the back, because I was like, well, there's a fun little riddle in there, and I don't want to ignore it. So I'm gonna have
Yeah.
this little interaction with like, oh, there's some warmth on the fireplace, like on the chimney outside, and maybe like pique your guys' interest to go back and check the room again. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I don't want to keep us lingering here too long because it's like Chris has been up for like 1,000 hours, so
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
He's
Some
got to
of us
be
have
up in
work
3.
tomorrow morning. But
It's 2 in the morning, and no, I don't have to work, but I got to get my kids up and get them to school.
Yeah.
man, fuck them
Yep.
kids. They ain't paying rent.
Oh my god.
But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Anyone that came in, if anyone still is joining us here, we're gonna be
Give all the-
expanding on
Or watching the YouTube, watching
more
the VODs.
nights and stuff. So we're always looking to have more people grow and come into the Discord server and whatnot. So I will try to link some of that info when I put this up on YouTube. And other than that, thanks everybody.
on this main video.
Hell yeah.
Well.
Later.
Happy Halloween.